Hello, folks. My name is Neil. My pronouns are he, him. And tonight we have something a little bit different. Normally, you would find me in a 19th century world of fairy tale and folklore, but tonight we are in a equivalent turn of the 20th century world of magic and mystery, playing the delightful urban horror system Candela Obscura from the wonderful people at Darrington Press. We have a fun little, I swear it's not creepy at all, one shot design for us tonight.
No.
And I'm very excited to share this story with you. So let us start off with introducing our beautiful players tonight. So starting with the prettiest of us all, Mike.
Thank you. So I am Mike. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing this evening Santiago Delgado, the explorer, whose pronouns are also he, him.
Cool. Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe or Chloe. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Rosa Sinclair, and she also uses she, her pronouns.
Super. And finally, Anisha.
Hello, I'm Anusha Battersby. My pronouns are she, her. I am a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes wearing a waistcoat and a white shirt. And my character is Bobby Chance, also known as the Great Roberto or the Devil's Dealer to some. And her pronouns are also she, her.
Okay, wonderful. So let us begin. The tired governess doing her nightly check, moving quietly around the house, picking up the various toys she finds scattered in the different rooms as she slowly makes her way to her charge's bedroom. Softly entering, she sees the young girl asleep, her beautiful face angelic in her slumber. A far cry from the mischievous scamp of earlier today getting into trouble again. She was a good child, but the governess wished she would be better behaved, as she does not enjoy disciplining her. And then she hears it again, the quiet child's voice that she's sure she has heard a number of times over the past weeks. But this time it is much clearer and closer, softly singing. Down you go through the lich gate, on your way to seal your fate. Looking around, she could not see the source of the voice and could not understand who it might be, as her charge is the only child in this house. Pretended to be good, but that was a lie. You'll face the truth now that you die. This voice was not the voice of a loving child, but something more sinister. The governess looked around more frantically now, becoming uneasy. Acted sweet, soft, warm smile, but it was false and full of guile. Who's there? She called out, her voice beginning to tremble. Show yourself! Cruel and harsh, your punishment's long, but now you're no more, forgotten but for the song. A sudden movement caught the governess's eye as something leapt from the corner, but before she could react, the world went dark.
You said it wouldn't be spooky.
So, now, you three are a circle within the Candela Obscura, a secret organization that exists in this world of New Fair. Your job is to protect people from the shadows and the magics that are hidden in the world. The city of New Fair is built on the ruins of Old Fair, a once great and mighty empire that delved heavily into magic and used alchemy in its everyday. This is what allowed it to gain its immense power, but is ultimately what led to its fall. And occasionally, things from the ruins of Old Fair make their way back up to New Fair. Sometimes these are things that escape, and sometimes these are things that are brought up by archaeologists, explorers, and ne'er do wells. Okay? So, you all have this morning each received a message delivered to you by courier asking you to meet Thandi Caradwin at their bookstore. Candy Therodwin, Candy Therodwin, was a 19th century them is your light keeper. Your light keeper is basically the person within the Candela who organizes your circle, will give you tasks and so forth. Okay. Thandi is a slender figure with a strong athletic build. They have a masculine jawline, but the delicate, flawless makeup is always perfectly applied, combined with their perfectly coiffed hair and fine blouses and exquisite walking skirts, making them a figure of beauty that bridges both the masculine and the feminine. They are meticulously detailed with a highly organized mind, making them perfect at their mundane, everyday job running a bookstore. Towards the back of their shop, away from the cafe, which makes up the front of the space, is a quiet little nook with a selection of high backed chairs arranged in a semicircle where the light keeper has their meetings. And arriving there, all of you find yourselves coming to the back of the shop where Thandi is waiting for you, sipping a cup of their favorite yarrow tea. So, who would probably be the first to get there?
It depends if either of the other two are going to be early, because Rosa will be right on time.
Santiago would probably be early, but would be hunched in a doorway across the street, just waiting for everyone else to arrive first.
Okay.
Bobby will be late and sprinting. Hair
Right.
flying back.
Right. So then I suppose, Rosa, you go in first, and then
Mm.
Santiago, you seeing Rosa follow in very quickly afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. So going in, you go down to the back to Thandi. And when they see you, when they see you, they immediately raise up a hand and gesture towards one of the seats. And only moments later, Santiago walks in as well. I says, Rosa, always perfectly punctual, on time. And Santiago, you know never to leave me waiting. So good to see you both.
Well, one must always keep to time, of course.
Yes, of course. Bobby will probably be here in the next 10 to 40 minutes.
Yes, I'm sure she will.
Does track.
Oh, well.
Rosa will perch on one of the chairs and just neatly cross her pantsuited legs and slightly brush the absolutely no dust that is on them, and sit there very poised.
Rosa, would you like some calming and soothing chamomile tea?
I would love some, thank you very much.
Santiago, espresso?
Please,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you for not even insulting me by offering me tea.
So, they gesture to one of their staff members, and they come back a few minutes later with tea for you both. And you are able to relax and enjoy. It's like, well, thank you for that business there last week. That frightful clown creature was quite horrid, really. Oh, what is it about clowns?
I don't know, they're supposed to be funny, but I never found them such.
They're supposed to be funny and bring joy and merriment. There's not much that gives me an unease or a shudder, but I've never liked clowns.
No.
No.
And I don't think I will ever like them again.
No. Oh no, absolutely not. Oh. And how it was how it was able to do that thing where it put a bit of itself inside the jack of the box and jumped. Oh, I read the report. It was quite gruesome, really.
It really was, yes. Oh, we're lucky
Honestly,
that Santiago was quick on the draw there.
I found a closer affinity to clowns since that moment, actually. It's very strange.
Oh.
Is there a bell on the shop door?
Yes, there is.
Okay. I think you probably hear that in the distance at this point, but also hear the door just slam open. It's like, that's another door probably broken.
That would be
and then
Bobby.
kind of like
yes.
half stamping, half running footsteps, kind of like as Bobby bursts into the room, hair flying back, glasses askance, kind of waistcoat kind of half inside out. Sorry, I'm not too late, am I?
Bobby,
we had a rehearsal. Hi.
you're
Hello.
early.
I'm Oh, I thought we're meeting on the hour.
We were.
No?
It's only 7 past the hour.
You're improving.
You're being funny. Haha, nice, good one. if there's a chair, like
There is a
the
chair.
kind of biggest, comfiest. She kind of just
So it's a circle four. Fandy's obviously sitting in one, but four high back
Okay.
leather chairs. The perfect thing that you would hope to find tucked into the corner of a bookshop.
okay. She kind of throws herself into one and lounges in a way that is far more relaxed than she has any right to be, considering she's just been sprinting, and kind of starts to clean her glasses and rearrange her hair and that kind of thing. So what is it this time? It's got to be better than the clowns, right?
Yes.
That was grim.
So, well, it would seem that a young woman who's been working as a governess of a wealthy family has gone missing. It's very
Governess
strange.
has.
Yes, the governess
Okay.
has. This is a woman who's apparently highly thought of and not the type of person to suddenly get up and leave. And a number of powerful men in the city have shown an unusual level of concern about this disappearance. Her apartment has already been searched, which showed no signs of anything unusual. But let's be honest, the no disrespect to yourself, Rosa, but the officials often miss things. Um,
Well, most of them
there
don't really know what to look for, do they?
Exactly. There is a high degree of interest in her disappearance. As a result, significant resources within the periphery have been spent on trying to locate her. I was notified by Farah Naftali, who they're a senior officer in the OUP. They sent me a message asking for help, um, and essentially hoping that we might be able to find some information about the missing Ms. Mycroft and give this to Faria so that she can then help try to find this missing person.
It's the kid, all right?
Oh, the kid, everybody is fine. Everyone is fine. It's just the governess who's missing.
And when you say wealthy family,
Hmm.
how wealthy are we talking?
I mean, very wealthy.
Do they have any kind of information, context, kind of anything odd that's been going on?
You'd need to go and investigate it yourself. I'm not being, difficult, but I honestly, I couldn't say.
I swear you used to be a more helpful friend.
I give you the information that I have.
Fair.
And look, I mean, face the facts. They've got threes of people in this bookshop to deal with. It's hard work.
Yeah. Got to say, by the way, your outfit today, amazing. Loving that.
Oh,
Loving that skirt. It's
thank you,
beautiful.
thank
Where'd you
you.
get that from?
Just a little shop down on the marketplace. I do now.
Nice.
She hands you each piece of paper. I do have this for you. Their family, they of course, being wealthy, they live in the eaves. This is a pass so that you can use the conveyor to get up to the top of the eaves. So the eaves is basically the wealthy part of the city of New Fair. Okay, highly
Okay.
manicured neighborhood perched atop of a massive old Farian archway. Okay, it's where the wealthy and elite live. There are only three routes up to the eaves. This ancient round stairway known as the high steps, which covertly scales the ruins of Old Fair, or sorry, covertly scaling the ruins of Old Fair, or the conveyor, which is this massive like platform that's guarded and controlled by the periphery, the police. So the majority of those who live, work, or deliver to the eaves use this route, but you do need a pass, papers, or a neighborhood pass to use the conveyor lift. They don't just let any old riffraff into this part of the city, but you've each been given a pass so you can use the conveyor to get into the eaves.
Wonderful. Well, I suppose we shall be living up with the toffs there, shall we say?
Do we have to
There's no hint of irony in her voice at all.
blend in?
You're here
God,
as
I hope not.
no. You will be working as official investigators. If you are asked, then all you need to say is that you are assisting the periphery. And with these passes, you'll be fine.
The
Lovely stuff.
family that Miss Mycroft worked for, their name was again, sorry.
Oh, sorry, the family that I don't believe I actually gave you that. They are the Talonwell family, Jonathan and Mary Talonwell. Mr. Talonwell, he owns a factory that deals in parts for carriages. So he is an extremely wealthy man with a lot of connections.
Fabulous, thank you.
Just carriages?
Well, I mean, just carriages are somewhat important. They do make up quite a significant part of how we all get around the city.
Are there many other factories that make carriages, or just is he?
Oh yeah, any
monopoly on it?
rivals? Rivals.
One or two others, I think. I'm not entirely sure.
What, you thinking this could be some kind of hostage
Well-
situation?
Well, potentially. Although, if we're being sent to investigate it, it's probably not. But it's best to eliminate all impossibilities.
All I can say to you is there has been
Whatever remains.
an alarming amount of interest from very wealthy, very important, and very powerful men regarding the disappearance of this one young woman. That, more than anything, is why we have been asked to assist. All sections of the periphery, from the most mundane all the way to the Office of Unexplained Phenomenon, have been told to devote resources to finding Miss Mycroft, and hence Officer Naftali reaching out to me.
I've got a theory. She's not really the governess. She's some rich man's daughter. She's in disguise. She's been protected in some way, and someone has taken her and wants a ransom.
Oh, and you have evidence to back that up, do you now, Bobby?
Absolutely not. That's why I said it's a theory, dear.
Bobby, have you ever considered a career in fiction? I do know
My
people
friend-
in printing and publishing.
My friend, I already have one.
Okay. I just say you have a wonderful mind and a fruitful and fertile imagination.
Thank you. It gets me into trouble often, for which I'm very grateful. Keeps life interesting.
Yes, and who has to get you out of that trouble most of the time? It's less interesting for me, I'll say.
Well,
Let's not quarrel again, ladies. Let's focus, align our goals, shall we?
Well, if that's you say you don't have much more information for us.
the only other thing I have, sorry for interrupting you, is
Yes, of
here's
course.
the address for Miss Mycroft for their apartment in South Suffolk.
Lovely. Well, I would suggest the best place to start is probably the scene of the crime, as it were, the house where she went missing from.
Yes.
Yes. Let's have a look at this wealthy family's house and see what there is to be gleaned from that.
I think Rosa
Maybe I'll
opens
be
her
able
mouth
to-
to say something, thinks better of it, and then just sighs.
Bobby continues and says something about getting wallpaper recommendations. It's very much tongue-in-cheek.
Right. Well,
Shepherd them out the door.
Come along, let's go and be tourists.
all right. So, where are you heading first? The eaves or to South Suffolk to the apartment?
I'd like Bobby to quickly throw back a comment, and she's being ushered out saying, "Thanks for the tea."
Always.
I would say we head to the eaves first, to be honest. Scene of the crime, as you said.
Sure.
Yeah. Unless we think there's
Sounds
potentially
good.
going to be any problem getting there, which I think we've got passes, so it should be fine.
With your passes, you'll be fine.
It's also about whether we walk straight into the place or try and get in slightly more surreptitiously. If we're official investigators, we should be able to walk right in, but it's like, how much do we want to investigate without being guided around by the family?
Exactly.
Or whoever's guide is around, because it won't be them, presumably.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Because you're official investigators, you'll be able to enter easily, but it's more a case of, do you want to, or would you like to be more surreptitious in your investigation?
I feel like we could easily go in. I could try and distract them, and someone else could sneak round. That could be an
Absolutely.
option.
I'm always more preferable to be doing things in the shadows, from my perspective, at least. Mechanically, that means I have an ability for this sort of thing.
Mechanically, I could just talk at people.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Which one of you wants my company would be the only thing I
Well,
would
would you
say.
rather help stay hidden or help the distraction? I think Bobby is pretty good at that on her own most of the
Rather
time.
sneak or speak?
Sneak or speak, exactly.
Sneak or speak?
I mean, I'm not great at either, so it's a flip of a coin.
What are you
We'll
great
go
at?
sneak,
Ip dip do.
running, sometimes away, but very good at running.
Right, so you make your way along the city streets to the eaves, to the conveyor station, and when you get there, there are periphery officers, checking everybody. As I said, this is where society's betters live. So the normal riffraff are not just allowed up there. Okay, they're checking everybody's passes, and when they see your passes, they not a problem because you have legit passes. Yep, cool, great, in you go. You get into this cable car that slowly rises up through the air. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes, and then finally stopping at the upper station, you come out into this wonderful and opulent area. This is one of the finest districts in the city. The houses here are all enormous, beautiful mansions with manicured gardens full of all manner of topiaries. The streets, like the cobbles, look like they've been cleaned. Um, Beautiful brass gas lamps. Obviously, it's early in the morning, so the gas lamps aren't lit, but you get the idea. This place is absolutely fabulous with impeccably dressed men and women going about their business. Most very pointedly and deliberately ignoring the three of you because you are not impeccably dressed.
Rosa is impeccably dressed, just not expensively dressed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Bobby smiles at everyone. Doesn't
How is it
expect
even the
anything back.
gutters are
But
clean here? Makes no
people
sense.
with too little employment and too much time.
Well, you're right on that front.
So you do eventually make your way to the Talonwell estate. It's a fine home, actually one of the smaller homes in the eaves, though still extremely grand. And thanks to your passes, once you reach the estate, you're granted entry, so you can explore the building. Okay. So when you get to the front and you knock on the door, it is opened for you by a young woman, a maid, looks to be very early 20s. Very pretty, and she has a very friendly face as she comes and is like, "Oh, yes, how may I help you all?"
I'm like immediately flashing a badge and being like, "Oh, we're here. We're detectives. We're here to investigate the disappearance of your governess."
We're the
Oh,
authorities.
yes, 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 yes. You're here looking to find out where poor Rebecca's gone, yes?
Yes, absolutely. If we could take a look around the
Please,
property,
please,
that would be
please, come on in.
fantastic.
And she leads you in through into the hall and foyer of this. This is a fabulous place, beautiful like tiled floors, wonderful pieces of furniture, wood paneling, some paintings of very fancy looking people, and rich green wallpaper, probably full of arsenic.
Bobby kind of gets distracted by some of the poses in the paintings and is trying to replicate them.
Mm.
Bobby. I'm just like
Huh?
elbow her, like, that's not very professional, Bobby. Stop it.
So that she leads you into a drawing room. When you go in this exquisite room, there's a lovely long chair lounge. In one corner, there's a pianoforte. There's cabinets along the sides with various pieces of crystalware and drinks. Over the fireplace, you do see this lovely portrait of what you assume is the family. A man, a very, very serious, well-to-do man in his like mid to late 30s, a very pretty woman also in her late 30s, and then beside them you see a child. She looks to be somewhere around 7, 8 years of age, holding a porcelain doll. All right. um
Oh no.
It's always the doll.
Could be misdirection.
So,
Ah.
so the maid says, "Oh, sorry, my name's Mary. I'm one of the maids here. So I suppose where would you want to go first? Do you like Rebecca? Sorry, Ms. Mycroft. She doesn't stay here. She has her own apartment in South Suffolk. But she'd be here early every morning. Um, she'd be here early every morning before Sophie. And she says, as she points at the portrait, and before Sophie would be up, so she'd be here to prepare her breakfast and then get her dressed for the morning and do all the things that a governess does, of course. But she doesn't have a room herself here, as I said.
And how late would she usually work? What sort of time would she depart?
8, 9 o'clock. Sophie. Well, it all depends on Sophie. Normally by about 8 o'clock, Sophie is going to bed, and then once Sophie is asleep and fully rested and down for the night, then Miss Mycroft would go home. So usually between 8 and 9.
And did anybody see her leave on the day of her disappearance?
On the day that she disappeared, I do remember seeing her later in the evening when Sophie was getting ready for bed, but I don't remember seeing her actually leave the house, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's not like she would necessarily tell me when she was going.
Do you have those servants back staircases and things? Could she have left via one of those, perhaps? Somewhere where she wouldn't have been seen?
Yes, of course she could have. Absolutely, miss. And I wouldn't have known. All I know is that talking to some of the other household staff as well, like she was here to put Sophie to bed the night that she disappeared. Okay, that was and the night she disappeared, it was 2 nights ago. Okay, but so she was here putting Sophie to bed, wandered around the house a little bit, picking up the toys and so forth. That would have been sometime around 8 o'clock ish. No, probably 8:30. Um, and but as I say, no one explicitly saw her leave, but none of us think she did leave because her coat was still here. Okay, as was her bag. And that's what makes this so peculiar.
I'm assuming the toys include this one, and she points to the doll in the portrait.
Oh yes, the doll. That's that's Matilda. Sophie got that doll fairly recently. She loves it.
How recently is recently?
I can't remember. It could have been a month, maybe
Okay.
maybe 2-3 months. I don't know. It was in the last couple of
No
months.
worries. And how long's Rebecca been working here?
Oh, 3-4 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I think since Sophie
alright.
was, I think yes, Sophie is 7 now. So
Mm.
it was when Sophie turned 4. That was when they
So
hired Miss Mycroft.
since Sophie was old enough to have a governess, then.
Essentially, yes.
So there's no reason
Sorry.
she would have just upped and left, if she's got that kind of bond with the child.
No, absolutely not. No, Miss Mycroft was not the kind of person to just get up and disappear and leave. Absolutely not.
Okay.
You still have her coat and bag?
Yes, I do. I can get it for you now, miss.
Maybe see them.
Before you go, do you have any ghosts?
I'm sorry, what?
Ghosts?
It may sound peculiar, but it's a very important question.
Hauntings, rumors, sightings, bumps in the night?
I will say this. A few times I thought that I've heard another child's voice up in Sophie's room, but any time that I've ever gone in to the room, I've only ever seen the girl, the lass with her toys. There's been no other children there, but there's been a couple of times in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe. I can't say. I'm not sure exactly how long, where I'd be passing her nursery, and be convinced I hear her having a conversation and hear another child speaking, but every time I've gone in, it's just Sophie with her toys.
It's 3 or 4 weeks, and she's had this doll that she loves for a month or 2, right?
Maybe, as I said, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. I honestly, I'm a maid. I'm very busy doing other
No,
things.
that's fine.
I don't
Honestly,
have time to notice like toys. Yes, sir. Did you have a question?
Yeah, one more thing. Where are the family at present, and where's Sophie?
Mr. Talonwell is at work, and Mrs. Talonwell is at lunch with another one of the families from the Eves and brought Sophie with her. But they
I see.
will be back. I believe they will be back. I say lunch. It was really more of an early lunch. I do believe they'll be back in less than an hour.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mary, if that is your real name.
Mary, would Sophie have taken Matilda with her?
Oh no, Sophie. Oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe
I'd like to go and see if I can find this doll at some point.
I can certainly show you where the nursery is if you'd like.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be helpful. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'll get the coat first of all, and then I'll go, and then I'll lead you to the nursery. Yes.
Thank you. That would be very helpful.
Marvelous.
She goes off. She comes back a minute later with a very nice woman's coat. This is something that is well made, but not very fancy. You know, obviously, Ms. Mycroft is relatively well paid as a governess for this wealthy family, but she's not rolling in it, and it's the kind of thing where she's clearly invested in a good coat that's going to last her, and a very simple, very small leather satchel. Inside it, I'm not going to make you roll for this. When you open it up, there's a couple of coins, a small bit of money. There is there's a small compact with some basic makeup in it, a small little notebook, and actually, I am going to make you roll for where's my
Let's
book?
roll.
Just to
I feel like
see-
we both kind of went notebook.
Notebook.
What's in the notebook?
So,
Is this a diary?
I guess this would be a survey roll.
Okay.
So, who is good survey?
So,
Rosie,
I have
you're
good
good
survey.
survey, yeah.
I've got 2 points in survey
I've
as
only
well.
got 1, so
I think
anyone else who wants to jump
Santiago
in.
and Rosa both have 2 points in survey.
Yeah, I
don't they?
do.
So you guys can both roll for me on this.
Okay.
And that's a dice per spot, is it?
That's it. Yep, 1 die per point.
Well, my highest is 4. So
Okay.
I got a
Mixed
6
from me.
and a 1.
Yay!
Well, six
Hey!
is a complete
success.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Where the bloody hell is my?
Huzzah.
Yeah, so 6 is a complete success. Sorry, apologies. I'm trying to. Okay, so what you do find with that 6 is you find a leaflet, a pamphlet for a club, which appears to be in the Red Lamp district, called the Scarlet Stage.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
Interesting. The Scarlet Stage doesn't seem like the type of place a governess would normally frequent.
No, not particularly well to do, is it?
Very intriguing.
Secret
life, maybe.
So, guys, can I have? This would be a sense roll.
Ooh. I'm very bad at that.
Okay.
Not for me.
I've only got 1.
You're the best.
Oh no. I don't have much space, so I'm actually going to roll a die online.
Okay,
like
whatever.
a heathen. Let's have a look. So it's a D6. Just
Yes.
1 D6.
Unless you want
That is a 6.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Thank you.
So with a 6,
Yeah.
as Santiago, as you pull out the pamphlet for the Scarlet Stage, Mary is standing there because she literally just handed it to you. And as you say, that doesn't seem like something that a governess would. You get a very definite. Bobby, you notice a look from Mary when Santiago says that. Like you get there's a definite look from Mary when Santiago says that.
A knowing look or a raised eyebrows look?
Both raised eyebrows
Ooh.
and knowing.
Is there any kind of panic that I can discern?
No, but there is a slight unease, a almost guilty, I know something I shouldn't know look on the girl's face.
I look at the pamphlet and I kind of look at Mary. It's Mary, isn't it? And I kind of go over and I kind of nod to the other two. I go over and take her to one side and say, look, this is quite a grave situation, potentially. We do not know where your friend and colleague is. We, as a cohort, are only sent out for the most baffling and potentially severe cases. So it should tell you something, the fact that we are here at all. I cannot impress upon you enough, if there is anything you know at all about Rebecca, her life, her habits, her routine, anything that might help at all, you must tell us. She could be in very grave danger.
Okay, give me a sway roll, please.
Oh, I've got a 2 in
You've got
sway.
a 2 in sway.
I've got
You
the
could,
little diamond as well, so it's
yes,
gilded.
it's gilded. And if you want, you could spend the drive to bring that up to a 3.
Ooh.
If you want.
Ooh. So what does gilded actually do? Just to
So
double check that
basically,
everything's right.
so how gilded works, for those who aren't familiar with this Candela Obscura system,
Yeah,
when
I
you're
vaguely know,
rolling,
but
when you're rolling, okay, you always have you have a choice of which die you pick. So normally you're going to pick the highest value die, okay? However, if you pick the gilded die, you will get back spent drive in that thingy, okay? So
okay.
that's
So I can either pick the highest result or pick the gilded and get my drive back.
exactly, yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to spend the drive then. I'm going to roll
That's
3.
3d6.
Cool. So add some more to the pool. So how do I know which one is my gilded? Sorry.
Well, that's a problem because you're doing this online. I assume there's no way to
I will say that
color
the
the
middle
die.
one on the line is the gilded.
Super.
Is it 6?
So I've got a 5. The middle gilded is a 6 and then a 5. So I'm going to go for the middle gilded, which is also the highest on a 6, and get my my thing back. Thank you.
Dirty internet dice going on here.
You guys are ridiculous, okay? Let's just hope that the dice gods stay this kind to you for this whole session, okay? So
Yeah, so that's a 6 on the gilded.
all right, so it's just okay. Look, I'm not saying anything, but my brother John, he works in the Scarlet Stage. He works behind the bar, and I know that Rebecca, Miss Mycroft, Rebecca, she works there as well. I don't know what she does, and obviously, his Lord and Ladyship don't know what she does, but she does also work at the Scarlet Stage.
Is that permitted to have multiple employments, or is it more the nature of the work that she does, the place
Well,
that
I
would
mean, the
perhaps mean
Scarlet
you're
Stage
protecting
is
her?
it's in the Red Lamp district, you know, and you know what the Red Lamp district is like, and the kind of things that go on there.
I shouldn't think that's any reason to judge her character. She's trying
She
to make
does.
a living like the rest of us.
She also is responsible for a young child of a very wealthy family.
Bobby kind of accepts that she's not going to grasp exactly what Mary is getting at. As far as she's concerned, like, a job is a job. She's not going to judge anyone for that based on her own checkered past. But
Appearance is
there is,
everything in
she kind of
these.
nods along as if she's like, yes, of course, got to keep the morals all correct. But it's very much kind of surface level. because she fully well knows that she is not in a position to judge anyone. And she's not a hypocrite.
So, by the way, folks, just so you're all aware, because obviously this is, I think, is this the first time any of you have played Candela, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen one.
Yeah.
I've watched one actual play of it.
Yeah, cool. So if you want to be like sensing for voodoo and woodoo and all that kind of stuff, that's intuition checks. Okay. So yeah, so that's going to be survey or sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly. So if you want to be doing any sort of intuition check, if you'll be like, oh, like, I want to detect magic, and obviously you can be doing that at any stage. Okay.
Well, we're going to be using that on the doll.
And possibly every toy in that room.
Possibly everything else.
I just realised I should have had a gilded die on survey as well, but that's fine. I didn't realise. I got a 6 anyway, so it's irrelevant.
It's fine. Okie dokie. I kind of nod comfortingly, kind of pat Mary on the shoulder a bit and say, well, thank you for your honesty. It's much appreciated. We'll try and make sure she gets back safe.
While all of this is going on, as we're going through the bag, I'll just subtly look to Santiago and go, should we use this as a distraction to get away?
That may be a good idea. Let's go and have a
let's go. I'm imagining like sidestepping and in step just out the nearest door.
Bobby's just there like, and of course this painting's amazing. Can you tell me a little more about the artist at all?
Give me
how do you find it working for the family?
Give me a hide roll, the two of you.
Okay.
Oh, I cannot give you a hide roll.
I can try my best.
A bit there.
I think I will. I think I will spend one of my drives to up this one.
Okay.
I could give you a dodge roll though.
Ooh, what's that?
Ooh.
I mean, it's more. Okay, I have nothing in cunning.
So. This is how it works. If you have a 0 in hide, how it works is if you don't have any drives that you could spend to give you a die in it, instead what you do is you roll 2 dice and take the lower value.
Okie doke.
Mine's a 4.
Okay. 4.
Hey,
roll a 4 and a 5.
Okay, right. So it's the roll is a mixed success. You accomplish what you wanted, but it comes at a cost. So you both slip away as Bobby is talking to Mary. Where are you going?
I think we need to check out this child's room first and foremost. So we will, I suppose, try and sneak up the stairs, assuming the bedrooms are upstairs, and figure out which one is the child's nursery.
Okay, so you sneak up the stairs. It's a very grand staircase, and you take a minute or two checking a couple of rooms until you finally come to what is clearly a child's bedroom and nursery. Okay. So, you can give me intuition or survey rolls.
Could my scout ability come into play here? If you have time to observe a location, you can spend 1 intuition to ask a question, and there's a few questions here. Could I do that as well or instead?
Just let me pull that one up again. That's a roll ability, isn't
it? Yes, it's the slink ability. So the questions are: what do I notice here that others do not see? What in this place might be of use to us, or what path should we follow?
Yeah, you can do that instead.
Yeah. So that's the drive that I'm spending, isn't it?
You're spending a drive of intuition.
Burning through them. Let's go.
And what question are you asking me then?
I'd like to ask, what do I notice here that others do not see? As we sort of look around the place, try and get the vibe of all the toys and that sort of thing.
Santiago, you give me a survey or intuition roll.
Yeah. So that is with a gilded die. So okay, the highest result was a 4.
Okay, right, super. So this is what I'm gonna say. This is what you guys see, because of what you spotted, with your scout roll. Okay. First of all, Santiago, you take out your bleed detector device, to help you try and then with that 4, you detect bleed coming from the dollhouse. There's a dollhouse in one corner, and you detect bleed coming from this dollhouse, but you take a mark of bleed damage.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And I'm going to say with your scout ability, Rosa, what you realize is that the bleed that Santiago just detected and was affected by isn't actually coming from the dollhouse itself. Rather, it's coming from a single doll of a woman wearing a red walking skirt and a blazer.
So is that Matilda or is it a different doll?
Oh no, this is like a like
Oh, a little one.
Yeah, Matilda's like a large as a
Right.
porcelain doll. This is a dollhouse, so we're talking small.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, having sort of seen that, I'd probably like just pull Santiago back a bit and be like, okay, well, we need to be very careful of that there. That's not the doll I was expecting, I'll be
And
honest.
I'm going to say, even though you didn't technically, I'm going to say, screw it, you get it as well. You spot that Matilda's not in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, first
Maybe
things first.
she was taken by Sophie, you don't know.
Yeah. First things first, Matilda's not here. That's not necessarily cause for alarm. But that doll is definitely bad. That's where that bleed is coming from. So we should. I feel like is it a small enough doll that could potentially fit into a containment vial? Or is it too big for that?
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
I guess I would like to say that Rosa always carries like leather gloves or something.
Yeah. What does what does your bleed containment vial look like?
I think Rosa's is very almost like Puritan in design. It's like literally a kind of like a science test tube, but maybe a bit thicker and a little bit more squat, so it can fit various things of different sizes in it. There's like no embellishment on it. It's very, very much this is for a purpose and it will serve this purpose. It's just got like a simple black kind of lid to it. And that's pretty much it. Like most of Rosa's things.
Okay, I'm gonna say give me a focus or sense roll to see if you can move the doll without being injured.
Okay, I'm gonna go for focus. Okay, I'm not great at this. No, I'm very not great at it. That's a 1.
Okay.
Should have spent a drive.
You transfer the doll in, but you also take a point of bleed.
Okay, I'm going to use my behind me ability and spend 1 nerve. And I'm actually going to so I can take the mark myself instead. So as Rosa is about to reach out and sort of put this doll into the bleed containment vial, I kind of just steady their hand and pick it up myself and put it in there.
Okay, cool. So you now have two bleed. When you get one, don't forget it. Once you get to 3, you then get a scar.
Yep.
Santiago, you really must be more careful. You should be wearing gloves for this sort of thing.
Yes, I don't think the gloves would have done much good, to be honest.
Well,
you've got a big hole in that fingertip there.
Oh my goodness, is there? So spend the next 5 minutes obsessing over the fact there's a hole in her gloves.
Yes. So, okay. Well, so this, having discovered this in the nursery, while this is all going on, eventually Mary turns around to you and says, where did your friends go?
Oh. I mean, I did think they were being a bit quiet, but I was too busy admiring this marvelous wallpaper. I've no idea. Maybe they went to get a head start. I'll go and see if I can.
They can't be just walking around the house. If they'll get into a lot of trouble.
Don't worry, I will discipline them accordingly. And Bobby gives a very sweet smile and just kind of.
I will have to tell Lady Talonwell that they are just wandering the house, unsupervised, unchaperoned. This will not go.
Oh no,
well.
that's fine. I will give them a good telling off, and I will explain everything to the lady of the house. You don't need to worry about that. We don't want you getting into trouble, after all, do we?
I
for
did nothing
letting
wrong.
them
It's your friends
out
that
of
were
your
wandering the
sight.
house unchaperoned.
I mean, you weren't exactly keeping an eye on them, were you?
I was giving you important information regarding the investigation into Miss Mycroft.
And surely you could then divine that my the rest of my cohort are off gathering information too.
They can't
Clearly,
be,
it must have been something important enough that they.
cannot be going around the estate unchaperoned. And she's up. Oh, she's put up. Excuse me, please, and just storms off.
And leaves you unchaperoned.
And leaves me unchaperoned. Wonderful. Are there any bookcases in here that I can rifle through?
Yes, of course.
I would like to rifle through the bookcases. I'd like to see if anyone's like, you know how people sometimes stick notes in books, that kind of thing, inscriptions, anything particularly juicy or interesting that anyone might have hidden or written in a book, simply out of
Give me a
pure
survey.
banal curiosity.
Give me a survey roll, please.
Okie dokie, that is just the one.
Do you have any drive you could spend on this crucially important task?
I could spend a drive. I could. It depends whether there's going to be anything. I might spend a drive. Why not? Why not? I don't know how to delete it, but I know that there's one down. Right. So that's 2d6. That's a 2 and a 6.
Another 6.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
I can photograph this if you don't believe me.
So, right. Oh my God. We're going to fly through this one shot. With the amount of 6s you guys are rolling.
No.
What I will say you find is you don't find any, love letters or juicy notes, but you do find what you do find is tucked into not one of the books on the bookcase, but into a journal that is on one of the side tables. You see a receipt for a porcelain doll purchased from Melkin's Marvels in the Seidel district.
Melkin's Marvels. Are we assuming this is for Matilda?
You don't know. It's for a porcelain doll, and the receipt is relatively recent. It's only about maybe 4 or 5 weeks old. The date on it.
Okay.
So that's within the time frame that Mary gave you for when Matilda arrived.
I think that could be a place to visit when the others get back, and potentially when we've spoken to the owners of this fine house.
So,
kind of pocket it.
Okay, you pocket it, and just as you two are coming back down the stairs, you hear the front door open, and in walks, you immediately recognize them with the portrait, Lady Talonwell and the young Sophie.
By the way, is it clear whose journal it was that I've just taken this receipt out of?
It looks like it was Mrs. Talonwell's receipt, or journal.
Okay, cool. I'm very careful with how I place it back.
Yeah, no,
she's literally walking in.
No, it looks like it was his journal.
Okay, cool.
So you've just come down to the hallway, and they walk in, and they see you. Say, hello. May I help you?
You must be Mrs. Talonwell, with the authorities to investigate your governess's disappearance.
Oh, poor Miss Mycroft. It's truly awful. We are so terribly confused by this. She's been such a wonderful and outstanding employee of mine, a fine young lady, not the kind of person to just disappear.
When they say fine young lady, I'm giving the other side. I like
the loss of a governess and complete switch. The loss of a governess is always a very, very hard thing. I do completely understand.
Her Sophie is beside herself without her governess to help her in her everyday.
Yes, of course. The only governess she's ever had. It must be very hard on her.
Santiago?
Well, talking of which, my colleagues probably have some questions for you, Mrs. Talonwell. I noticed the piano in the study. Does Sophie play by chance? Perhaps you'd like to play me a little something while you two you chat with my colleagues.
Well, she obviously has been studying music as part of education, so Miss Mycroft has been giving her some piano lessons, and she's actually managing to show some progress in it. So, Sophie, my dear, why don't you show the nice man the tune that you've been practicing with Miss Mycroft? And Sophie looks at her mother, not impressed with this request. It's like, and kind of just stomps off towards the piano.
An early teenager.
I will follow and
Dula Foley.
yes, not interrogate a child at all is what I'm going to do.
So Miss Talmel turns to you, Rosa, and Bobby says, well, have you found anything so far from your investigations?
I kind of look at Bobby and look back to Mrs. Talmel and go, no, not really.
It's very early stages. We have only just arrived.
Yes.
You were very punctual.
It
It is a pleasure to meet you and to see this very fine home. I was just admiring your wallpaper earlier.
Oh yes, it's the latest green. Yes, it's very fashionable.
Yes, it's a very beautiful shade. I could do with some of it myself. If you have any recommendations for suppliers.
Oh, I could certainly give you the name of our supplier if you wish.
Thank you. That would be much appreciated. From your perspective, do you have any reason to wonder? Well, do you have any reason to suppose that what happened to Rebecca was suspicious in any way? I've heard from dear darling Mary, who was very helpful.
Oh, yes.
That she wasn't the kind of person to just up and leave. She was very trustworthy and had a great bond with your daughter.
Exactly. I mean, I will say my daughter can be a difficult child, but Miss Mycroft is an
Yes,
excellent
any age.
governess, stern but fair and loving. No, we're at a complete loss as to what could have happened. Miss Mycroft is not the kind of woman who might suddenly randomly disappear and get into trouble, and these such things. She was a fine, upstanding, devout woman, very respectable, truly, truly a wonderful example of a young woman, especially for my daughter. And
Yes.
we do not understand the fact that her personal possessions were still here when the next morning we realized she had not arrived. That was when we knew something had gone wrong.
How was it you
Yes.
came to employ her?
It was just an advertisement, normal means. It was nothing, very mundane, very mundane.
And she came recommended, did she, with references?
Oh, of course, yes. She not many, because she's a young woman herself, but she had previously worked as a governess for another family on the opposite side of the eaves. But so she did come with a reference, yes.
Rosa.
This might seem like a strange question, but is there any chance that she hasn't left the house? Perhaps some nook or cranny she could have fallen into and not been discovered? Backstairs?
I don't understand. I mean, surely we'd hear her cries for help.
Well, yes, but some of these houses are rather big, there are places that sound cannot reach through. Do you have anything like that?
Do you think
I'm sorry, I know it is a bit morbid.
Could she be
In a
trapped?
nice, peaceful way, of course.
Could she be trapped in the walls and buried alive? That's totally
Oh,
awful.
I don't think it's a Cask
No.
Amontillado situation. I really don't.
I'm aghast to think that such a thing could happen to her.
I'm thinking.
Apologies, my colleague can sometimes be a little tactless.
I apologize. Yes, I was thinking more of somewhere that is not frequented, somewhere that could still be easily accessed. She could probably have walked away from, but perhaps has limited mobility or something.
I mean, I could ask our porter to check the attic. That's the only place I can really think of, miss.
Yes, that would make a lot of sense.
Oh. There is another member of the family who we have been recommended to meet, someone who is held in very high regard by your daughter. I believe her name is Matilda. Does she have Matilda with her at all?
No,
I myself am somewhat of a passionate collector of antique dolls and porcelain artifacts, and I would be very interested to see such a specimen.
Honestly, I'm not sure where the doll is. I've not seen it in a day or two.
Oh dear. Well, your daughter must be very upset about that. From what I've heard, she never really lets this doll out of her sight?
It's in the whole family portrait and everything.
Curiously,
Yes,
that's a
quite.
very recent portrait. We only got it last week. Curiously,
Very fine.
she has not said anything in protest about the doll. I'm sure it's in her room somewhere. Yes, it must be, because if it had truly disappeared, my daughter would let me know. Trust me. So I'm sure it's about the house somewhere.
Can I throw a glance to Rosa, who's just been up there, to see if kind of try and communicate was the doll there?
I
Or
was
did you
actually
spot it?
about to be like, can I very, very tiny little shake of my head to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I kind of register that and
Yeah.
bank it. Don't say anything more though.
Oh, well, Mrs. Talon, thank you very much for your help.
Of course,
I believe
yes.
your maid, quite rightly as well, is rather reluctant to let us roam about the house. And it would be very useful if we could split up, cover all bases, if you understand. I know it's a little
Yes.
improper. But would that be something we could possibly do, to have a little look around and see if we can find any evidence, any of those potentially places she might have fallen into?
Please, by all means do.
But this could have
Thank
been
you.
a lot
It's so
easier
much
from the start.
appreciated.
Okay, so what is the party's plan right now?
I'd like to head in and join
Santiago?
Santiago and the child and see what's going on there, if that's all right. Just try and gauge the child's mood a little bit, see if there's anything that she's hiding, anything, if this mood is to do with the fact that her doll's missing, something along those lines.
You enter in.
Santiago would definitely have been trying to interrogate Sophie during this time as well.
Okay, right. If you've already covered that, then.
Okay, so then you guys go in. She sit down at the piano and she starts playing what you recognize to be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, what a pretty tune.
She's okay at it. Like, she's no Mozart, but she's not terrible, So she starts slowly hitting the keys, and she's doing a half decent job with the melody. And she's got this really cute, really furious beat, furrowed brow as she's concentrating.
Kind of
it's quite adorable. Yeah,
that's delightful, Sophie. Did Miss Mycroft teach you that?
Yes, Miss Mycroft did. She's a very good teacher. My daddy says I'm very lucky to have her.
And did she teach you any more fun songs that possibly, you might not play in front of your mummy and daddy?
No, all the songs she teaches me are to play in front of mummy and daddy.
Oh, well, definitely don't play this one in front of them, I'll say. And I'll start playing just a little jaunty, street tune on the piano.
Wow, you're really good at the piano.
Thank you. It's I wasn't probably as studious in my lessons as you, but I pick things up quite quickly. You must miss Miss Mycroft actually not being around.
She's really strict.
But in a good way or too strict?
She's really strict. She's constantly giving out to me and telling me I can't be doing things, and says that I'm bold.
There's nothing wrong with being a little bit bold, but let's not say I told you that.
Is there a particular point at which we enter, or is this what is happening while we are?
This would have been, so this conversation would have started as soon as you guys started with Mrs. Talonwell, but at any point you can come in as well. Okay, yeah,
we've got a little while.
Oh, where's Matilda? I've heard so much about Matilda, and you don't have her with you.
Oh, she's around. Don't worry, she's never far.
Never far. Okay.
Matilda's my best friend. I love her so much.
Oh no,
that's not creepy at all.
Is Matilda fond of? I did just talking to other people when they're not looking. Maybe when you're asleep.
What? No, Matilda only talks to me.
She only talks to you. Okay.
She's
I
my
just wanted to
she's
check.
my best friend. We love each other so much.
I'm sure it's important to have a best friend.
Yes.
I'm here with my 2 best friends.
Bobby?
Is it possible at some point during the questioning that we've been doing next door that we could have got a description of Rebecca?
You've actually been given a photograph of Rebecca. You were given that by Tandy.
What does she look like?
I mean, she's
Her
young.
manner of dress, all that kind of thing.
She's a young woman. She's like somewhere in her probably her late 20s. She's quite she's actually very attractive, okay? Very attractive, slender build. She's now obviously this is the photograph is in black and white, obviously. But no, very attractive, dark hair that's tied back up in a very fashionable style. Slender face, delicate features, wearing a very nice kind of blazer and walking skirt that so many women would wear, you know.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby doesn't know. Bobby hasn't seen this. Okay. Right. Okay. Have we all seen the photograph?
Yes, you've all seen the photograph.
Okay.
I say to Sophie one more. I say just one more question before we go and join your mummy again.
Yeah.
What kind of things do you and Matilda talk about?
Oh, we talk about everything. We talk about music and puppies and butterflies, and we play games, and we talk about all the best places in the house to hide so no one can ever find you.
Oh, really? You will have to show me some of those places.
There's a secret, and I want to win.
Well, I won't tell anyone if it's a secret.
Give me a sway roll.
I have no sway, but hey,
manipulate the child.
Roll 2, take the lower. I rolled 2 5s.
Okay, right. So that's not terrible. Excuse me. Okay, so that's not terrible. A 4. So this is the thing: a 4 or a 5 is a success, but it's not a complete success. So
you're gonna get trapped.
It's a success at a cost.
Yeah.
All right. So, so as I said, a mix says, okay, right. Okay, right. Come here. Come over here this way.
Okay, I will follow.
Okay, and she leads you over into a corner, and what you spot is there's a wooden panel. So there's wooden paneling in the wall. Okay, and she says, "Watch this," and she presses into a piece of wooden paneling, and it suddenly swings open, revealing a corridor that looks like some sort of a servant's corridor. You know, some of these old houses would have really small little like walkways between the walls of rooms so that servants could travel around the house without being seen by, you know, the well-to-do folk. And she says, there's lots of secret places like this around the house, and Matilda knows all the best secret places to hide.
Oh, that's amazing. Let's keep this between us then.
So, can you please give me a survey or sense roll?
Let's go survey. So we'll use a drive because we've got our gilded dice in this. So that'll take. I have rolled a 6 on the gilded die.
Okay, right.
We're never going to have to choose between the gilded dice.
Okay. So just as you're saying that and you're turning to move, you're almost certain that you saw out of the corner of your eye a movement in the shadow of the corridor. But when you turn again, it's gone.
Okay.
She's with you. She's there.
Oh, yeah.
She is nigh.
So I will just kind of make a note and close the paneling in the wall again, and say, "Well, you can tell your mummy that you played the piano wonderfully, and I was enthralled."
Okay.
And I assume that probably at that point that
I feel like at this point we'd be
Bobby-
entering, right?
yeah.
I walk in and immediately I go up to you and say, "Hope you haven't been corrupting the child too much."
Would I dream of it? Honestly, it takes a special knack with the piano to be able to play Stones in the Gutter, and the child simply wouldn't be able to do it. So there'd be no point trying to teach her.
Have you spent this
Of
entire time
course.
trying to teach this child a song on the piano?
No, not at all.
Rosa looks at you like, unsure whether to believe you. Okay.
Is said child still in the room with us?
Yeah,
Just kind of there.
they're over. So what they're actually doing is they've climbed up onto a couch and they're just jumping off it and then climbing back on and jumping off of it, doing typical 7-year-old things, you know.
Yeah.
She seems to
So
be
tempted to go, the floor is lava.
it's like
So
she seems to be like a pretty standard child. She's a bit hyper, she's a bit naughty, but not bad, you know what I mean? Just a typical 7-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
I'd like to
maybe
kind
maybe
of-
not quite as
yeah.
perfect as a posh family like this would want, but there's no badness in the child.
Yeah. Can I kind of very subtly and quietly ask the others if they found anything upstairs in the nursery when they snuck off?
Well, sorry, can I just sorry to interrupt you? At this stage, will we say that at this point you feel like you've done everything you can in the estate and you want to move on to another location?
I think unless we
Ooh.
can look in the attic, because they did mention the attic.
Yeah.
Potentially. I
Maybe
think it's
the
the only place.
You go up to the attic, and I'm going to tell you now, an empty roll. There's nothing but dust and cobwebs up there, and
Okay.
chests and stuff. There's nothing up there,
Okay.
you know.
That's fine.
Oh, actually, everybody, give me a survey roll.
Ooh. A hell one. See how this
2.
goes.
3.
5.
Okay, so you spot off to one side where the wall looks like some of it's come away. You think it looks like maybe where the chimney would come up through the attic towards the roof. There's a slight section of the wall has come away, and you go over to examine it, and as you do, you spot that actually, in theory, somebody could travel down this section. But as you're looking at it and trying to examine it, you kind of stick your head into a bit too far, and you lose your balance, and you throw an arm out, and you cut your arm on a piece of broken brickwork. So you take 1 mark of body. Okay.
Okay. Scrolling. 1 mark.
While we're up in the
body.
attic,
Yep.
I will probably say to the other two, so I think we can go and do some other bits and pieces, but I think we may want to return possibly later this evening. There are Sophie showed me some interesting hiding places that we may want to check out.
Yes.
Was it behind a bookcase?
It was behind a wall. All the walls.
Oh, so the servants like back at corridors and things.
Yes. And I definitely caught a little glimpse of something, but to be honest, after that clown experience, it could have been just
I'm sorry,
shadow
what's a something?
just a bit of movement at the corner of my eye, nothing I could locate, and Sophie was with me, so I couldn't go and check it out. But
Oh, of course.
I mean, we're all thinking the same thing here, right?
Well,
I don't know. What did you sorry, Rosa. Go ahead.
It's okay. What we've gleaned so far is Matilda's apparently missing. We found in the bedroom a different doll that is very, very creepy.
Oh, tell me about
yes,
that.
I will show her the vial with the doll in.
Okay.
I can't help but link this doll to the fact that the governess is going to a place called the Scarlet. What was it again? Scarlet Stage. The Scarlet Stage. They're the same color. It can't be a coincidence. Not in this line of work.
Bobby?
Do I, if indeed this is the case, because I don't know for certain if it is, do I clock that this doll is a replica of the woman in the photograph?
That's what I was thinking too.
Do I make that connection?
I guess this would be survey or read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scrolling. The scroller is not there. There we go.
So you have a
Survey
2 in
or
read and
I
a
do
1
have a
in
2 in
survey.
read.
Yeah.
I have a 2 in read, and I could easily
spend a drive as well. Make
burn
it
a drive
if
if
you
I
want,
so
yeah.
wish. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go for 3. And again, I don't have gilded, do I? So I wouldn't get my drive back. Okay, roll. No, that's wrong. I don't want 4. I want 3. Good lord. Try again. That's a 3, a 4, and a 1. So 4 is the highest I got there.
So what I'm going to say is, so 4 is a mixed success.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is you accomplish what you wanted, but it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
I will say that looking at the doll, it looks somewhat familiar to Rebecca. It might look like her. You're not entirely sure. But unfortunately, you get a bit too close to the bleed containment vial and you take a point of bleed.
Cool.
I'm really going to just bundle this away, and I think we should probably not interact with this any further.
Yes, let's should we get out of here where we can discuss things a little bit more freely and maybe check out the shop? You said you found a receipt to the
yes. Doll? I don't. Yes, if I hadn't mentioned that already, I do mention it now, and I kind of. But I do it as a kind of. I'd like to do it as an almost sleight of hand revealing of it, kind of making it look as if it's come down the sleeve of my shirt and out, and kind of just manifested in my palm. Yeah, there you go.
Ever the theatrics.
I like it.
Someone's got to be. Right. We could try that. Anywhere else you were thinking of?
Well, we've got that. We've got this club, or we've got her apartment. There are options, I think.
That so does seem like options. Which is the furthest away?
That was going to be my question.
Huzzah.
So her apartment is in South Soffit, which is the district, but directly below the eaves. So literally, the people in South Soffit, a lot of them work in the houses on the top of the hill where the eaves is. And then the Red Lamp district and the Seidel district would be roughly equidistant. What is so having examined the house, looked around, found a few little things, a few strange things, a few alarming things, and a few possible points of information, leads. Where does the party want to go now? As I said, South Soffit is, as the crow flies, the nearest where you are, and that's where Miss Mycroft's apartment is. The Seidel district, which is like a mercantile area, which is where the receipt for the porcelain doll was, and then the Red Lamp district, which is full of warehouses and clubs and brothels. They're both equidistant from where you are.
I reckon furthest point first and then make our way back towards the house.
Yes. But... well, considering we seem to be kind of central anyway, perhaps we start like at one end and go towards the other?
Yeah.
So club or shop?
I personally will be tempted to go shop first.
I think the later we can arrive at the club, the better, because then people will probably be there to help.
That's a very good point.
Also, we don't want to lose the receipt.
True.
Who has the receipt?
You do, Bobby.
You had the receipt.
I have it back. I know that I handed it over to you to look at, but cool.
Okay.
I am, as I say, we don't want to lose the receipt. I do a quick disappearing trick with it and then bring it back, and then just stash it.
It was behind Santiago's ear.
Yeah. Yeah, just something like that. Just to be
Okay,
annoying.
so we're heading to the Sidle District, yeah?
Yeah.
So you head back to the conveyor station, head down into the main city, and walking towards the side. It's like 25, 30-minute walk. It's not especially far, you know? So traveling to the Sidle District, the party finds Melkin's Marvels, a wondrous-looking toy shop that seems to be cluttered with a variety of creations. Entering, you see a host of different toys, from traditional wooden rocking horses and dolls' houses to mechanical clockwork wonders moving around the shop. The owner, John Melkin, is there, and he greets the party. So, as you walk, he says, "Oh, hello, all of you. Welcome to Melkin's Marvels and Wonders. How may I help you all?"
Yes, I'll flash the badge once more and be like, "Yes, hello, we're investigators. We are looking for a particular doll or information on a particular doll that you sold to a family recently. Bobby, do you have the receipt you can show the gentleman? The
Bobby's been
receipt.
very distracted by the mechanical wonders and is just kind of looking at all the clockwork cogs like, oh,
Bobby,
yeah,
the receipt
sure.
you found.
Produces the receipt kind of as she would with a card, just kind of tosses it over.
Could you tell us anything more about this this doll?
Give me a sway roll.
Okay, I have nothing in sway.
Can I help?
If you want to jump in the conversation to help as well, by all means do.
I think you
I've
spend.
got 2 and a gilded.
Yeah. So what is Bobby saying as he jumps into the conversation? Oh, sorry, as she jumps into the conversation.
Just don't feel that you have to, give away anything in terms of monetary confidentiality, methods of payment, and anything crass. Like, that's not what we're asking about. We're just asking, nor are we asking anything about the family particularly. We've met them. There's no need for that. Just anything you could tell us about this particular doll.
Right.
Would
So
be very helpful.
Bobby, you're rolling your 2 dice in sway, and Rosie, you're also rolling 2, but because you have a 0 in sway, you take the lower value.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I rolling 2 and one of them is my gilded?
Yes. So just determine which on the screen is going to be your gilded die.
Amazing.
I rolled 2 3s.
The
So
right
Rose
hand
is
will be my
a
gilded.
bit useless.
I've also rolled 2 3s.
I have no resistances incoming.
Oh, okay, so that
should have burned it. Should have burned something.
That's a failure, unfortunately.
No.
So
We banked all the good luck earlier.
Yeah.
Well, I'm confused. You want to know information about a porcelain doll?
Yes, it's a
I'm something of a collector.
It's also pertinent to the investigation as well.
Oh yeah,
how could a doll? Wait, what is the investigation investigating?
Oh, the governess who's missing.
How could a doll be connected to a missing person?
Because the doll's also gone missing. We're wondering if it's of any particular value, any particular high brand, any particular.
But she might have taken it with her.
He sees your receipt, says, "Well, if it's one of mine, it's one of the finest porcelain dolls in the city. But it's even as astounding as my work is, it's not enough to take somebody."
Okay, so you make everything in this place, then?
Of course, I'm the creator of all these wonders.
Santiago.
Yeah, Neil, can I do a read roll to kind of interpret whether they're telling the truth or not?
Yeah.
5 and a 6. So, yep, I'm rolling the good dice tonight.
Nice.
So the vibe you're getting from them is they are telling the truth, but they seem to be kind of annoyed that they're being bothered with these questions a lot. They're really like, "Who the fuck are these people coming into my shop and giving me this shit?" You know?
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to check they weren't like a purveyor of evil dolls going, "What do you mean a doll could take someone?" I apologize for my colleagues. They can sometimes be a little, shall we say, less charismatic than they could be. Your works are splendid, sir, and it was more just whether there was anything particularly interesting about this doll that you sold that we were trying to ascertain.
Give me a sway roll.
We pin our hopes on you.
Oh, that's the 3 for the lower dice.
Curse of
What
the
is it with
threes.
these 3s? Good lord.
So would anybody like to say or do anything that might allow you to give me a fresh sway roll here?
I kind of want to examine the dolls' houses a little bit more in the little dolls, see if there's anything similar to the one that we've got that's got all that bleed on it.
Okay, sure. I guess that would be just survey.
Okay, yeah. So I've just got a 1 in that. But I was wondering if I could maybe distract him by asking him to show me these dolls' houses and kind of go on about how intricate and beautiful they are.
Yeah.
If perhaps that could turn it into more of a sway. It's
Well,
fine if not.
you can give me a sway roll to see how good you are at distracting him, and then give me a survey roll for the examination.
Okay, cool. So another 2. That's 2 5s for kind of distracting him and smoothing things over. And then for actually surveying. Okay. It's just 1.
You're not sure if the dollhouses.
That's a 6.
Oh!
It's a 6.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 1.
Oh no, one die.
No. Sorry, I was saying I've just got the 1 die.
Okay.
Oh, you've rolled
That's a
so many
6.
6s.
Right.
So devil's dealer.
So he says, okay, yeah. So yes, I do make these dollhouses. They are actually based on examples of architecture from the eaves. If you look closely, you see the gable features there and the water flutes and so forth. Yeah, yes, that's inspired by them. And then he pulls one open and he shows you the dolls. And I'm going to say with that 6, the dolls, the miniature dolls that you see inside, they're similar to the one that Rosa has in their vial, but they're just ever so slightly different.
This is how Matilda knows all the secret passageways.
So in character. So these are made to order? Are they made specifically to look like people's real houses with all the intricacies and
I have
secrets
had
and...
I have been lucky enough to have a number of custom orders that in which the families gave me the actual plans of their estates, and I used that as the basis for my dolls' houses.
There wasn't the family who purchased the doll we were inquiring about before. They didn't happen to have ordered one of these from you, did they? Are they repeat customers? Are they loyal customers?
Give me a fresh sway roll. You have them engaged in conversation now. You might be able to influence them.
It's a 2. 2 dice.
Do you have any drives that you could spend on this as well?
I've already spent a drive. I could spend another one. This is sway, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I use my gilded, I regain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So that's 3, and the gilded is going to be the middle. Oh, I can't use the gilded. It's a 3, a 3, and a 5. So I'm going to use the non-gilded 5 and not regain my my drive.
You said that. Let me see the receipt again, please, dear. And you show him the receipt, and he sees it. And he says, "Oh, the Talonwells. Yes, they did actually commission a doll's house based on the floor plans. Mr. Talonswell, he's quite the industrialist, so he has an appreciation for the architectural fineries. You see."
You don't happen to know how recent this was, do you? Just so we've got our timelines all lined up.
Well, I believe as you can see from the date there when they purchased the porcelain doll, I said it was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. The doll's house, however, that was well over a year ago.
Well over a year ago, I see. Thank you. That's have they ever purchased anything else from here? Or
well, I mean, when when someone purchases a doll's house from me, it's not just the house they get a number of dolls as well, like the ones you see here.
I see. And are the dolls also custom made to resemble the inhabitants of the house?
No, they're all standard dolls. Absolutely. Anybody who buys a doll's house from me would have dolls that look like these.
Okay, but people can buy accessories, I assume, to dress them up, and I mean, children love dressing up dolls.
Yes, but that would be more paper dolls or soft dolls or occasionally a porcelain doll.
I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a long time since I was a child, or indeed shopping for dolls. Thank you. That's very helpful. Do we have any more?
Does
Any more
anybody else want
queries?
anything they can think of, they say, to try and sway or convince him?
I'm less thinking sway or convince him at the moment. I just want to have a general look around the store.
Yeah.
With the spyglass that I use as a lead detector out, just to see if there's anything else that's giving off the vibe.
So that would be survey or sense.
Okay, so that will be survey, 2 dice, 1 gilded.
Have one of those.
That's a 5 on the gilded die.
Nice.
You get, it's very faint, but you get a very faint sense of bleed coming through a door behind the counter of the shop. A door into the back of the building.
Okay.
Now it's very faint.
Funny you should say that, because I was going to see if I could use this as a distraction to kind of excuse myself and maybe sneak around a back entrance or something.
Yeah. Would we have
So I will
noticed
kind
another
of give
door
you
when
a
we
nod.
came in?
Oh yeah, like it's obvious, it's there, you know.
Okay, cool.
It's not
I'll give-
like it's a door. So if you wanted to sneak, that'd be hide.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give Rosa
I'm
a
happy
nod
to distract and keep talking about bits and bobs and cogs and clockwork and dolls' houses and manufacturing,
So
whatever
well, this
else
is the
we're
thing.
interested in.
So you are allowed help an ally. You may help an ally in a role by describing how you aid them in the fiction and then spending 1 point of your own drive that contains the action they're using. So if you're doing hide, that is
Cunning.
that's cunning. So somebody could spend a point of cunning drive to aid Rosa.
Before you
See what
do,
I have.
I don't
I
think this
don't have it.
quite counts here, but when I'm tailing a suspect or
Hmm.
conducting surveillance, I can use survey instead of hide. I'm not sure if this quite counts as surveillance.
Sure, it does. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I want you to succeed in my game.
Rule of fun.
Yay! Okay, in that case, I have 2, and 1 is gilded.
Oh,
in-
heck yeah.
Do you have any drive you could spend on that
I
as
do,
well?
and I was about to
Spend a
let's do
drive.
it. Let's spend the drive. So I have
spend
3.
the drive. Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, well, I might as well take the gilded die because it's 4, and the only other one was a 5, which is the same success. So
So you get back your
I'll do that.
drive. Okay, so then this is what I'm going to say happens. You manage to sneak through the door as Mr. Melkin is being distracted by Bobby talking about the doll's houses. Okay, and when you do, all right, you find yourself coming into a workshop space, and along the wall you see about a dozen or so porcelain dolls. All right, lining
Oh, God.
shelves, as well as a large mound of clay on like a workbench table in the center of the room.
There's something so creepy about toys being made. I hadn't like realized that I found that creepy until this moment. Okay, can I look around the porcelain dolls and see if any of them resemble Matilda? Like, obviously they're going to have the same style because they're made by the same person, but like, are any of them identical or anything like that?
So you've never seen Matilda. All you've ever seen is
The
all you've seen
painting.
is the painting. So in the
Yeah.
painting of Matilda, her features were incredibly lifelike.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Or even for a porcelain doll, they were incredibly lifelike. And all of these porcelain dolls are also incredibly lifelike. However, as you step closer to the big mound of clay and the dolls, you take a point of bleed.
Oh no.
Oh.
I think like the minute that
Oh,
Rosa
no.
kind of like feels that sense kind of wash over her, she like stops and is like, okay, no more, no, we'll look from here.
If you want, you could take out your bleed detection device at this point if you
Yes.
want. Okay,
That
you can
is a good point.
totally
I
do
will do
that, and
that.
then you can give me survey or sense.
Yes, I think to add to the classic aesthetic, I think that my bleed detector has to be a magnifying glass.
Beautiful.
Yes, and we'll be like, right, let's look for some bleed then. Did you
Yes.
say survey would count here?
Survey or sense.
Fantastic. I'll use survey because I have nothing in sense.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 6 and it was on the gilded die. So I get back my drive familiar.
Nice.
Oh, with that 6, you spot a pretty strong bleed coming from all of the porcelain dolls, and an incredibly strong bleed coming from the clay.
Oh no.
Exceptionally strong.
I really want to dig into that clay. I think that won't go well for me.
You've got your gloves with only one hole.
Only one hole. It'll
Only
protect
one
me. It'll be
hole.
fine.
Use the other hand.
Is there any tools and things in here that looks like that would be used that I could potentially like use so that I wouldn't have to actually like touch any of the clay?
There's lots of tools. But you've been in the Candela Obscura for a while, and in the OUP. You know this is a bad idea.
Yeah, I thought it was.
This is a bad, with the amount of bleed that you detected from your detection device. This is a bad idea.
Oh, I'm so curious. Yeah, very bad idea. Rose is not stupid. Question about the OUP and everything. What grounds would I have to arrest someone?
You are a member of the periphery. You are part of the police force. Like,
yeah,
the average citizen doesn't know about the OUP department, but you are still part of the periphery. You are still part of the police.
Yeah. So I could still be like, you're under arrest because of these supernatural evidence, even though that's not like something that can be publicized.
Or even be like, show your badge. What the hell's going on here? You better start answering. You know, you can totally do that.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that. I think I will just march out of the door, like surprise, and whatever like conversation is going on, we'll just interrupt. And like flash the badge again, like flip. She's got one of those like card cases and like flips over one of the inside bits so it's from the Candela Obscura to like police side, and is like, right, well, I found some pretty incriminating things back there, so you better start talking right now. What the hell is going on with these dolls?
Give me, this would be a sway roll, I imagine. Yeah. Sway.
I'm gonna use my last driving cunning, and no, I don't have any gilded actions here, so I will not be getting that back, so that it will be not at disadvantage. 1 dice. Oh dear. It's a 3. Womp womp.
Would anybody like to help Rosa with this roll?
I would. I'd like to help, unless you want to help.
I can't help with sway, but I have other means of dealing with this if this fails. So yeah, you go and try the sway.
Bobby?
How would I help? Would I just do my own roll, or
how are you interacting with this to help?
I kind of I think I do a mock kind of offensive response of, really, Rosa, we were talking about doll houses and you barge in, accuse the poor man of all sorts. No, but honestly though, mate, what is going on? Because, you know, she's not exactly tactful, but she's very observant, and I think it's probably best. You know, I know she's quite stern. If you just, you know, quietly tell us what's happening.
Give me a sway roll.
So that is rolling 2d6. That is 2 4s. So mixed success.
Okay. Look, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do anything wrong. I was.
Oh, so many people aren't.
I'll just, and he kind of gestures towards the back room as if, here, come on, I'll show you.
I follow.
Okay, so you follow, and he says, So look,
As we go through the door, can I quickly find something to wedge in the door so it doesn't shut behind us, just in case?
there's not even a lock on it or anything. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay, fair.
Okay, yeah. It's like, so look, I've been looking for ways to increase my products, and I heard from some people that some people had found some clay deposits in the ruins of Old Fair, and that's where that clay comes from. And as he's saying that, Bobby, you like your natural inquisitive nature gets too much for you, and you step a little bit too close to the clay, and you take a point of bleed from your mixed success there. So, and all the porcelain dolls have all been made from this clay. But whatever it is about this clay, it's truly wondrous. I've never been able to make such lifelike dolls ever in all my years of craftsmanship. I've never been able to make dolls that it's like when you look at them, it looks like they're about to start moving and talking on the shelf.
Yeah, sure does.
It does.
Sure does.
I'm not trying to do anything wrong. I know that we're not really supposed to go into Old Fair. I was just trying to make an honest day's work. That's all. I swear, please. You could tell the authorities in the periphery that I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. I don't break any laws.
Is it illegal to bring?
Yeah, are we talking like
you're
disturbing a
really-
burial ground or something, or?
It's disturbing a magical haunted burial ground.
Oh boy! Oh no!
Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Like, people are not supposed to go.
What a good idea!
Unofficially, there are archaeological groups that officially go to examine and explore Old Fair, but randomers are not supposed to be taking crap back and then using it for mass production.
Yeah, the archaeologists are definitely not supposed to be selling that.
So, Santiago?
While they're having this conversation, can I get a tool of some description, and just like push one of the dolls off the shelf and to the floor and kind of shatter and see what his reaction is when I do so?
He exclaims, but I will say this. As the doll falls and hits the ground, you're expecting it to shatter. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So, are you aware that it is in fact illegal to be experimenting with materials such as this, to be obtaining them for this sort of purpose?
And more to the point, who's your contact for this? Because they must be a very interesting person to know.
It was just somebody I met over a drink. I can't even remember the name. No, I can't. And it was just a delivery that was brought to my premises. And at this point, he seems to be scared. So I will say that, Rosie, you know that there are the Red Hand, who are they're basically a criminal organization that is in New Fair, and they do a lot of work like selling shit they find in Old Fair.
Yeah.
So he probably got this clay from somebody in the Red Hand. He's not going to give them up because he wants to live. So you immediately recognize what's going on here.
I'll look at him and go, listen, the way I see it, the way it stands is I could arrest you for obtaining this clay, but that's not really going to get us anywhere, is it? Or
take the clay.
I don't want the clay. I will have to get it contained for evidence, yes. But what I mean is, you clearly got this clay from somewhere, and they are, as we say in the business, the bigger fish. We can get you out of this completely scot-free if you give us the bigger fish. That's the way things work.
Sharks eat people.
They actually only eat people if they're scared.
This is a lot of euphemisms for
it is. I'm getting a bit lost.
I am scared.
I mean,
really?
I know.
People can be scary. Have you noticed the doll didn't break when it fell? Have you found any way to...
The clay is so wondrously strong.
You don't know of any way to break it You haven't experimented with that?
No, why would I?
How long have you had this stuff? Was the doll that this family purchased, Matilda, was that made from this clay?
Yes, it was. It was actually one of the first dolls I made from the clay.
And the small dolls for their doll's house, were those
Oh
also
no,
made from
that
this
they're
clay?
they're just wood. They're just wood.
Ah.
And
Yes.
how many more of these dolls have you sold?
Sold.
5, I think. Yes.
We're going to need a
Right.
record
We'll
of
need
those
a
sales.
list of
I,
those.
I,
people.
I will just go to my ledger now, and he goes to his ledger and he gets a piece of paper and he writes in the names of 5 families and their and their addresses for you, and he hands it to you, Rosa, because you're clearly the scary person in charge.
Thank you. Well, that's a start at least. Listen,
I don't want to go to prison. I just was trying to make some money. I'm a toy maker. I try to bring joy to the world.
Yes, and you're a perfectly good toy maker without relying on this clay. I've seen your other work. It's fantastic.
You're too
I'd argue
kind.
you're probably a former toy maker now, so
Now.
So what's the plan, folks?
let's just trying to formulate one.
Yeah, I think a slap on the wrist, but I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, well,
to
we
be
do.
gained
I
by-
I think we need to call someone in to come and deal with this massive amount of clay.
I mean, this is the thing. You could contact either the Candela Obscura or the OUP. The Candela Obscura are literally, this is what they do.
Yeah.
They take magic and magical items and they contain them and seal them away safely so they will never hurt others. So that is literally what they're like better at it than the OUP, you know?
Yeah.
So this would be a letter to Tandy, and this will be resolved. You guys don't need to resolve this. A letter to Tandy, and the Candela will resolve this.
Yeah.
I mean, so we keep this in house and
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
aside from the law. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
you
I?
Mhm.
I was going to say, can I sense if there is anything? I know that these dolls are lifelike. Can I sense if there is anything actually sapient or sentient about them? Whether there is any kind of life force as well as them being physically lifelike.
Give me a sense roll.
I'm going to give a sense and burn a drive.
How many drive have you got left? One.
I think I've got 1 in each. No, I've got 3 in nerve and 1 in cunning and 1 in intuition.
Okay, because you haven't used nerve yet, so that makes sense.
No. So that's 2 dice. It's a 2 and a 4. So 4 mixed.
I'm gonna be kind. I'm not gonna give you another bleed. And just say
I'd
that,
soak it up if you did.
and I'm just gonna say that you get a strong magical bleed presence of these dolls.
Okay, so there's something weird about. Well, we know there's something weird about
Absolutely
clay,
something weird about these dolls made from this magic clay.
which would indicate I'm kind of like talking this through to myself, which would indicate it's just not the child's responsibility. There's no kind of malicious human intent here. It's just something about what this object is made of is off. Okay. I kind of stash that.
Yeah, Santiago would like to turn to Melkin and just say, tell you what, we'll make you a deal.
Yes.
We'll keep this outside of the legal aspect.
I theatrically close the card book.
We'll send somebody around to deal with this. You're closed for a couple of days till it's got rid of. And then, let's say twice a year, you're feeling good-spirited and want to let those who wouldn't normally be able to afford your toys to experience them. You're going to pop along to the poorer areas of.
I could donate some toys to the orphanage.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I could donate toys to the orphanage. I'd be happy to do that. I would happy to spread the joy.
Good. That seems like a good deal.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And I will spit on my hand and hold it out to shake with him.
Oh, why is it always with the spit? Disgusting.
He seems
It's how things are done.
He seems genuinely relieved that he is not going to jail.
I think like throughout this whole thing, Rosa is like holding herself back and like giving him dagger eyes, as if being like, one day I will come back and I will arrest you."
Huh. Do I get the feeling from, I know it wasn't a good read earlier, that these dolls are able to process and react to things in the environment around them?
With that roll, you're not sure.
Okay.
You know with that roll you got that there's an extremely strong magical energy off them.
Okay.
Which is never good, but what you didn't roll, unfortunately, you didn't roll quite high enough to get that. Okay.
Okay. So,
like these dolls are definitely, they're definitely bad. Okay.
But if say bleed were to suddenly increase, or if there was something in the environment to change as a result of something I did to one of these dolls, would that be something I could?
The only way bleed could increase in an object like this would be if other magical energies interacted with it.
Okay.
You know, it's not going to randomly get more magical, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because they're essentially, these are constructs that were made from material that are a high magical energy.
Okay.
Wait, so the small dolls, like the one we've got, they're made of wood, right? They're not made of the clay?
Yes, that's made of wood. The doll you have in
bleed on that one.
The doll that you have that is in your bleed containment vial is a wooden doll, similar but different to the wooden dolls in his dollhouse.
Something contaminated, maybe.
I'm getting more and more of your suspicion that it might be our governess.
Yeah.
Right.
So where to now, my lovelies?
I think the apartment is in the middle of.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Or I thought it was the club was the next nearest.
No, the apartment would be next and then the club.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Apartment then.
Okay.
So yeah, we bid him a stern farewell, call in Tandy and the experts.
Yeah.
Super.
I would like to just take a music box off the shelf and pop it in my satchel on the way past.
I'm not even going to
Of course you will.
for that, okay?
Oh, I'm not even trying to hide it. I am literally just in front of him going, yeah, that looks nice.
Absolutely. So, okay, right. So, you guys had to
leave a coin as compensation.
You guys had to set off it to Miss Mycroft's apartment, okay?
Yeah.
You find it, make your way up to it, okay? And finding it, you find a small, clean, comfortable one bedroom dwelling in one of the lower, nicer sections of South Suffolk. Entering, it's immediately clear that she's an extremely organized woman with her home immaculately clean and everything seeming to be in its place. So if anybody wants, they could give me a survey roll.
A woman of taste. I will definitely give a survey roll.
I am also happy to attempt a survey roll.
Yeah.
Probably looking for something like a journal or something, I would think I'm looking for.
I'm going to use the drive, because why not?
It's a 3.
Oh!
Good decision.
I rolled a 6 on the gilded die again.
No.
I rolled a 6 on the non-gilded die.
Oh, we have 2 6s. Okay, right.
I rolled a 3.
So you spend some time looking around the apartment, okay? You find it's very small but clean and comfortable with one bedroom in it, okay? There's no evidence of anything strange at all in the apartment. But looking around you then start looking in her wardrobe and you find a number of strange looking outfits. These are costumes made of leather, extremely tight-fitting dresses with plunging necklines, as well as high-heeled boots that look like they'd go to the thigh. You also find a small chest at the bottom of the wardrobe with a number of different items in it. Several horse riding crops, canes, a small leather paddle, and a whip. And in another drawer, you find several different sets of rope, light chains, cuffs, and a ball set in some sort of a strange harness. Finally, you find a journal that's kind of hidden, tucked underneath the mattress of her bed. And opening it up, Rosie, you immediately recognize the names of several men who are extremely powerful. Men in the periphery, men in
That's why they were bothered.
politicians,
Oh.
judges, with phrases beside the names. Phrases such as doggy, baby, whips, nipple clamps.
Oh, she's got so much dirt on these guys.
I think Rosa is trying very hard to keep a straight face, but she's actually loving this.
But Bobby is absolutely not. Bobby is full of. Bobby has taken one of the whips and is kind of swishing it around, like, "Hey, look at this! That's quite something."
Well,
just
Wow.
out of interest, the name Talonwell isn't on there, is it? So
the name Talonwell is not one of the names on this.
Okay.
I would actually say that the names, you maybe wouldn't be as familiar with them, but Rosa slightly more so working in the police force. The names on this list are men who are far more powerful and influential in New Fair society than the Talonwell family. Like, these are some of the most powerful elites of the city's society. As I said, senior politicians, judges, members of the religious order. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there are so many jokes I could make as a magician. So many, but I feel like I can't.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Shuffle Roan's done them already.
As I flick through this journal, I'll go like, oh well.
You also, of course, find another pamphlet for the Scarlet Sage, of course.
Well, I think we know why these men are so interested in this governess's disappearance.
Yeah, there goes my theory about her being the daughter of someone powerful.
Well, yes.
Turns out she's the one with all the power. My lord.
Well, whether she intended to use any of this information in a nefarious way or not, these men clearly fear that she might, or maybe she's simply their favorite mistress. I don't know. I think it's probably the former, though.
Potentially. Is there what kind of is there in this room that can be looked
It's a very
at?
simple, humble apartment. It's a very nice, very clean, very small apartment. There's nothing strange or like the strange and untoward things are all the dominatrix stuff that you just said.
Okay. So there's like nothing under the bed, nothing in any drawers,
No,
nothing else.
outside of the kinky dominatrix stuff, it's all you would notice is that it's exceptionally clean and well put together.
Okay. I think we probably need to hang on to this journal.
Yes.
And I would
while also being careful that it doesn't put a target on our backs.
Well, yes.
We've got the names now, but sorry, please.
I would possibly suggest that this has revealed the reason for all the interest in this case. And probably nothing further to be gleaned from this side of it, because I am very suspicious of the supernatural element of this being the way to solve the case.
Yes, I think we ought to get back to that house sooner rather than later if that doll is roaming around.
It is perfectly possible that the two are connected in some way.
It is. But those machinations are going to be beyond our revelation, I fear.
Well, if we go and investigate the club, see if we can find any more clues from this side of things, perhaps we can find the thing that ties them together.
Yep.
Off we trot.
Before we go, Bobby would like to jokingly, did you say there were handcuffs or anything like that?
Yes.
Kind of jokingly hold them out to Rosa and say,
chains,
useful for you.
rope. There's nipple clamps.
You need a spare pair, for when you're
the whip is
those aren't strong enough. She says very matter-of-factly.
It's a cat of nine tails.
That doesn't really suit my aesthetic. Bullwhip, we could have,
Okie dokie.
So we are heading to the Scarlet Stage, yes?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Why
Right.
not?
Let's go, girls.
So it's getting later in the evening now at this point. It's probably getting to about like 7, maybe 7:30 in the evening. So as you travel to the Scarlet Stage, it's one of the smaller clubs in the Red Lamps district. Okay. Upon entering, you find yourselves in an open space with a small stage and numerous tables in front of it, as well as some larger booths running along the eastern wall. Along the western wall is a very fine, well-stocked bar. A young man in his early 20s is standing behind the bar, wiping down the surface. To the left of the bar is a door with a sign on it saying private rooms. There is a couple of patrons here, but it's still relatively early in the day. So, there's only about 2 or 3 customers. A young blonde woman is sitting at the end of the bar smoking a cigarette as she chats to the barman. The young blonde is wearing a uniform. She's clearly a staff member.
Wonder if this is a stage to use my I know a guy, but I don't know if it's too early.
I think I would lean to Bobby and I go, I'm not sure the detective's angle is going to get us very far in a place like this. Is there something else you had in mind?
Yeah, I think I'm going to use I know a guy. So once per assignment, ask the GM who you know nearby that could help you. So I'm going to do that, please.
Okay.
So
Well,
I can see if there's anyone helpful.
I'm going to say that the guy that you know is John, who is the barman.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know John Caldwell. He's a barman who works in. He works here in the Scarlet Stage. He's giving you a few tips and suggestions of people when he'd know maybe managers in some clubs in the area might have a free slot, and he'd tell you so you could try and do a show.
Yeah, maybe they're doing a couple of gigs here and there.
Yeah. You've never done a gig here in the Scarlet Stage,
no.
Yeah.
But other related, or
Exactly.
he's maybe giving me tips of, oh, here's a good place, here's a good place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why might he have insight? Because that's the other part of the thing I can get.
I guess you'll need to go and talk to him.
Okie dokie. I shall do that.
So, walking over to the bar, looking up, he says, Bobby, what you doing here?
John, we are investigating something.
Investigating
thought
something
you might
what?
be the just a certain staff member that you have here who's got into a little bit of trouble. We're rather concerned. There are many people who are rather concerned. Rebecca, you know her surely. I'm sure you mentioned it to me at one point. Bex, I think you called her.
Becky, yeah, I know
Yeah,
Rebecca.
Becky, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, why? What's
Have you
wrong?
seen her recently?
No, actually, we haven't seen her in a few days. We were worried about her because it's not like
So
her
are
to miss
we.
the shift. Is she
apparently
okay?
she hasn't been seen by anyone in a couple of days. Have you any idea where she might have got to? It's all very sudden.
Has she been seen up in the Talamal house?
Well, no, that seems to be the last place she was seen, but she's vanished from her post without trace.
Because my sister Mary, she works in the Talamals, so I know.
Yes, we had a chat with Mary.
And I know Rebecca works as a governess there too. That's her.
Yeah, she does.
Her boring day job.
Her daytime job, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wondered if you'd seen her here at any point, or if she's got any friends she might have confided in.
As he's doing this, you see the girl kind of moves. Oh, sorry, got this. Winnie, Bobby, Winnie. Winnie works. She sells cigarettes and she serves drinks and stuff. And she's like, she turns. She's
reached out a hand.
Yeah, and she shakes her hand. She says, "Well, I'm hoping someday to be on the stage." But
well, good luck.
I'm a singer myself, you see.
That's very nice. Do you happen to know Rebecca at all?
Oh, Becky and I are best of friends. We've known each other for ages. I'm really worried about her though, because wait, she wasn't taken by the ghosts, was she?
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm serious.
Oh no, I'm not saying you are joking. I'm just saying I asked them when we were up at the house. I said straight out. I asked Mary actually. Do you have a
No.
ghost? And she
No.
said, no.
No, Becky was saying she
But-
thought that the house might be haunted because she'd been hearing this strange child's voice, but it
Yeah, we'd heard
wasn't
that
her.
too.
It wasn't her girl. I don't know,
We'd
Sarah
heard that
or
too.
whatever the child's name is. So she thought maybe there was a ghost in the house because she'd been hearing this weird child's voice, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
we've been hearing stuff about a doll.
I don't know about dolls. All I know is about ghosts, ghosts and
Fair.
child ghosts. It sounds horrible and creepy.
It does.
I mean,
Can I-
honestly,
mm.
we've had a few of Becky's regulars coming in looking for her, and they've been pretty concerned and upset that she's not here.
Oh, I bet they have.
Yes.
Some of these men are men you don't want concerned or upset. I mean, the judge who was in last night, he was very, very yeah, he was not pleased to hear that.
I mean, bully for them being a little bit inconvenienced when there is a woman literally missing, but not much you can do about those attitudes, I suppose. Have they offered to help at all in the search, or are they just being annoyed about it?
I think that having realized she's missing, they've been trying to push the authorities to investigate.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yes. Foisting the work on someone else.
As usual. Did Becky confide anything else in you at all, or do you have any idea of anywhere she might have recorded her thoughts, anyone else she knew or was close to?
I'm really sorry. I mean, Becky's kind of private. You have to be in this business. All she told me about was there was some, as I said, and this was only a few days ago, she said she was convinced the house was haunted because over the last week or two, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, she'd been hearing this a few, like not constantly, but a couple of times she'd heard this strange child's voice.
Did she say? Did she say anything about what the voice was saying or what noises it was making?
No, I think she said that talking to Sophie, but when she'd go into the nursery, it was just Sophie on her own with her toys. Although one night the voice did apparently, and this was maybe about 3 or 4 nights ago, apparently she said the voice was telling her that she was really mean and that she was being really mean to Sophie and that she was to leave Sophie alone.
Yeah.
And that made her kind of scared because she said the voice was very angry and kind of, it wasn't nice.
Well,
theory.
Yes, this has been quite illuminating. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Can I take the other two to one side for a second? And basically just... Okay, so what I'm basically thinking is ghost of child from clay possesses this doll through the doll being made of the clay, because obviously we know a lot of this comes from burial sites, old graveyards, that kind of thing. So doll is haunted. Doll tries to protect Sophie because it has a very strong bond with her, does not like how strict Rebecca is, and is somehow able to trap Rebecca in a doll as well, so that she is almost a ghost within a doll.
Yes, this is more or less along the lines what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so we need to find both the doll and... Sorry, Santiago.
No, I was just saying my version was a little bit more simple than that. It was just, dull, spooky, stop it,
Well, we like a good Occam's razor.
Yeah, I don't like to assign too much meaning to it. It's just the doll's creepy as shit, and let's deal with it.
I mean, either way, we need to find this doll.
Yes.
And we need to make sure it doesn't have any more influence or connection with Sophie.
I think it's unlikely the doll's going to be very far from Sophie, so perhaps it's back to the house with us.
Yes, perhaps.
Talking of Sophie.
A child's voice. Oh, bless.
One thing I would like to do, Neil, is can I just do a quick read roll for when Winnie was saying that Becky was her best friend? And
of course, yeah.
I keep forgetting we can do stuff without being asked to.
That's a 6. Yeah.
What
So
was
so
that?
body language and stuff. Do I get the vibe she was telling the truth?
She certainly thinks that her and Becky were besties.
Okay. Cool.
Brutal. Love that.
Just checking there wasn't, she didn't want Becky's job and was in on this. So that was
No, I'll say with
Yeah.
that role,
Oh.
you very much got the vibe that when she said she's a singer, she was like, I want to be on stage, not selling cigarettes to drunks.
Mm.
cool.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Right. Under cover of night, we go back to
Yes. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back to the house.
Yeah, I'm happy to head back if yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So
There's anything else here.
you guys head back to the house. So you guys head back towards the eaves. You get to the conveyor. You show your passes again. You're let up. You get back to the Talonwell estate, knocking on the door. Young Mary opens it again. Oh, you're here. Oh, it's quite late. And as she's saying that, you hear a voice. Lady Talonwell's like, Mary, who is it? And she's like, it's the investigators. Mary's like, oh, good. I actually was going to send them a message. Please invite them in, please. I'm in the drawing room. And she leads you into the drawing room, and where you see Lady Talonwell sitting there. She says, "Oh, I'm so glad that you're back here. I've got to say, I'm. This is going to sound so strange, but
Oh, you're joking.
I
No.
do you believe in ghosts?"
Funny you should say that.
Of course. There are more things in heaven and earth, after all.
The last day or so, I've been once or twice, maybe 3 times. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm very disturbed. I've been hearing this voice, a child's voice. It's not Sophie's. I know my daughter's voice, but it sounds like a young girl. This voice has been warning me, saying that I have to stop being cruel and mean or I'll be punished. I don't know what she's referring to, but it's been quite alarming. And I mean, 3 times I've heard it. Each time I was near or in Sophie's room, but I'm I'm exceptionally worried by this.
Yes, I completely understand that. Have you seen any sign of Matilda at all
Matilda,
in recent days?
The
Yes.
doll.
Sophie's
The
doll.
doll.
No,
Yes.
I don't believe so. Why?
Oh, just curiosity. Maybe you should stay here. Right here. And not move.
I potentially think maybe not.
You think maybe we should? I kind of sidle over. Maybe we should get her out of the house.
I'm thinking maybe Mrs. Talonwell should get Sophie and
leave
the house maybe initially.
Maybe. That's actually a better plan. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Maybe that.
You think you're saying I should get my husband and my daughter and we should leave? Yes.
Just while we're investigating,
Yes.
we'll be making a bit of a mess. We don't want you to be among all the dust and the dirt and the.
No, I'll go. I'll do that now. So she goes, and
Hopefully just for the night.
She goes.
Oh,
a few minutes later, you see herself. You see, you're assuming it's her husband, a very fine-looking man in his late 30s, very fabulous mustache, very fine suit. Young Sophie, and you see Mary as well, putting on a coat. They're all getting ready to leave.
Can I just, without hiding it at all, use my bleed detector just to? I want to make sure that oh my god, Matilda! My brain was shouting Melanie for some reason, and I was like, "That's not right." I want to make sure Matilda is not like somehow attached to Sophie and will stay in the house if they leave.
Of course. That would be sense or survey.
Survey it is, as always. I will again spend a drive because I keep getting them back, so why not? Not that time, but I'll still take the gilded because that's the highest. 5.
Yeah, you don't detect anything.
Okay, good. I lower the magnifying glass and look slightly less suspicious.
All right. So
Do we pick up on this? Do we pick up on the fact that Rosa's relaxed a little bit? Or
Yeah, I think she'll relax a little bit and probably just whisper and be like, "We're fine. It's okay."
Okay.
Okay, right, super. So you guys, the party, the family leaves. You have the house yourselves. What are you doing?
Right. Santiago, where was it that you saw that strange thing in the corner of your eye? Perhaps that's a good place to start.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the wall, push the panel that Sophie pushed, and hopefully it will spring open.
No, it does. It does. Opens into a corridor. It's not lit. I will say this. There's no. So there are gas lamps around the house providing illumination, but there's no light inside this corridor.
Can I have a big police issue torch on my person?
Yeah, or you could just get there's candles on the light.
Oh, okay, that works too. Yeah.
You just get a candelabra lighted, and you got your candelabra to provide you some illumination.
Nice.
Can I please? Oh, so go on. You go
So
first.
I'm going to take the music box that I stole from the toy shop. I'm going to wind it up and open it and play a nice little, not at all creepy tune as we're walking through.
It wasn't creepy enough already.
Can I please? I don't know if I can do this more than once. I'd like to use my ward to soak a bleed.
You'll do that. You can do that when you get hit by bleed.
Oh, okay. Just because I'm on 2 and I didn't want to risk a third, but
so
if you soak it immediately.
If you get hit by a third bleed, you would then say, "Oh, I'll use my ward and soak it down."
Okay, great.
Okay,
I can risk making a bleed then, which I may have to if I want to use my prestige.
What does Bobby's ward look like?
So Bobby's ward is a tiny little metal die that is heavily weighted on the 6 face.
Okay. All right.
It's heavily weighted on 6 and 1.
It's heavily weighted on the 1, so the 6 comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what I meant.
I knew exactly what you meant, my love.
Yeah.
Okay, right, super. So, so in this corridor, you see there's a similar door, the opposite side leading into another room, and then the corridor goes right.
And the glimpse that I saw previously to the right. That way.
Okay, we follow Santiago.
So following along, this is a very narrow corridor. Like it's barely enough space for one person to walk, so you just have to walk in single file. Who is leading the way?
That would be me.
Santiago. Okay, right, super. So leading the way, the corridor now. You walk a couple of meters, and then it branches left or straight. Which way are you going?
I'm going to briefly close the lid of the music box. And I'm going to call out, Matilda, are you there? See if I get any response.
Give me a sway roll. Give me a sway roll.
Nothing in sway, but here we go. Lower dice was a 4. So
hey.
Okay. Oh, what's the complication going to be?
Don't like that face.
Oh, no.
Like
you hear a voice in the shadows. Searching high, looking low, but you don't know where to go.
Oh, from creepy clowns to creepy dolls. Okay. Do we all hear this? Sorry.
Oh, you all hear
it. Okay.
Is it worth?
And we can't discern where it's coming from.
Because you're in a narrow brick-walled corridor, so the way the sound is bouncing off, it's just very difficult to tell.
Is it worth staying where we are and trying to get her to come out here?
Well, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, I haven't.
I mean, as it is, the corridor branches left and right. So if you want, some of you could go left and some of you could go right.
Oh, I don't think we're doing that.
I have an idea, but I don't know if I should be using it now. Is it reasonable to assume, there's a caveat here as well, is it reasonable to assume, as we've seen in previous encounters and as a performer, that Bobby is a reasonable imitator?
I'd assume so. That's not
Okay.
unreasonable.
I'd like to, at some point, attempt to throw my voice and make it sound like Sophie.
Okay. Let me
to try and lure her out.
I know
Because I
what you're
think that's more likely than us speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're rolling sense.
I'd be rolling sense, yeah. If people think this is a useful thing to use now, if not, I can save it for a more vital moment, but I don't know if there's going to be a more vital moment.
Seems
It
good.
depends.
I have a much riskier way of trying to do this. So
Yeah.
Okay, what was
go
your
for it.
idea? What were your ideas?
no, yours is much
No?
Sounds
Okay.
like
So,
Santiago's
this
is
is
a
the
last ditch.
You would take a bleed from this, but you can use your ward to absorb that
Yeah.
bleed. Okay?
Yeah.
So, but you need to roll sense for me to see
Sense,
if
I'm
it
gonna
actually does well.
burn my final drive.
Yeah, I was going to say you have one last drive. Use it now.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That's a 2 and a 5.
Okay.
So I'd like to use the 5, please.
Okay. All
That
right.
is a success. I take my bleed.
And you absorb it with the ward, but that ward is now expended.
I absorb it with
Okay.
the ward. Yeah, cool.
All right. So this is what happens. You throw your voice, and you hear this scurrying noise. Okay. But it's not to the left or to the right. It sounds almost above.
No.
Oh, you didn't look up.
And
I'm gonna look up.
looking up, you see this porcelain doll crawling along the wall like a spider as she drops down between you all, striking Santiago and you. As she runs past Rosa towards the drawing room, you both take a point of bleed.
I take my bleed again. I'm on 3 bleed.
I'm on
If
3.
if either of you take another point of bleed, you then become incapacitated and now take a scar. She's run past you in the direction of the drawing room.
At possible risk to myself, can I try to grab, like jump on her as she runs past me?
That would be a strike roll.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
It was
That's
either that or
okay.
I was going to try and shoot her, so...
Yeah. I'm gonna use my drive.
Assuming a pepper box pistol counts as a hand weapon.
Oh, 1 dice and I rolled a 6.
Yes! Okay.
Okay. As she runs, you grab at her and you get her. You immediately take a point of bleed.
I thought I might.
What are you doing?
I don't know. This is as far as I thought the plan.
As you grab her, she turns and her face contorts and shifts into this fang-filled, horrific visage.
All right. Look, Matilda, listen. We don't mean you any harm. She's lying. We just need to get you back where you came from, okay?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
By
By the way, Santiago and Bobby, you could be doing stuff at the same time as well. You're right beside Rosa.
I want to aim my gun at her. I want to threaten her with a gun.
I will hold her out.
Santiago?
I quickly empty the contents of my backpack and I want to try and throw it over, like scoop the doll in my backpack.
Do you have a hand weapon that you carry?
I imagine I would. I didn't take anything in shoot, so it would be. I would be wearing like brass knuckles. Is probably my go-to.
Okay. And what does your bleed containment device look like?
My bleed containment device. I didn't have it as being big. I was thinking it would be like a small map case. Was
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
like a bleak containment device doesn't need to be physically the size of the object. It's like it
Okay.
doesn't work like that. It's like a TARDIS. Okay, so you empty your sack and out rolls your brass knuckles, your bleak containment device, and a journal that you have with like notes on different like digs and stuff. Okay, as you take the bag to try and throw it over Matilda's head, that would be a strike roll as well.
Yeah, cool.
But while that's happening, Bobby, what are you doing?
You get to use a
Can
drive.
I spend one of my drives to help Santiago quickly?
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Have another dice.
Oh, so that's 4.
Would this be
Lovely.
the words, Anusha? Before you roll, would this be a nerve dice?
Well, what are you doing?
I was also going to offer.
You could give a drive to San Diego. That's an extra die again.
That's
I'm going to drive.
Okay, it's a 5. 5 was the highest. I rolled 3 5s and a couple of bad ones.
Okay, right. So then what happens is you throw the bag over at Matilda. She seems to be confused. She's trying to escape. You're helping Rosa hold her, but you take another point of bleed.
Okay, that is me
You
scarred.
you fall to the ground incapacitated. Bobby, what are you doing?
If I'm seeing this, I would like to try and wrangle the bag and like make sure it's fully shut.
Okay.
Just if I see Santiago go down, I'm like, nope, boom, kind of just get my arms around it and try and, whether it's a buckle or a tie or whatever, just try and fasten it up.
Just give me 1 second here. I need to look something up.
You need to look up, can possessed dolls be contained by a bag?
Can possessed dolls undo bag buckles from inside? Question.
I'm going to be really nice and say you can give me a control roll.
Okay.
As opposed to strike. Even though technically it's a strike, but you have a 1 in control, so I'll let
I've got
you
1 in control, yeah. I feel like I could burn a drive again as well. I don't know how many more times I'm going to be using movement-based stuff, so says she who will probably have to run away at some point. So that's 2 d6s. No! That's 2 6s!
Critical
That is
success.
2 6s.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say.
Oh, damn it, I only needed 1.
Well, no, this is good. So what I'm going to say is, if you don't mind, I'm going to retroactively change what you do.
Oh no, it's more than 1 6 is
Critical
an
success.
extra thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a critical success.
Sorry. Yes, of course.
What does your bleed containment device look like?
So I don't actually have it on me. It wasn't one of the 3 that I
No,
could
you
choose
do.
up to 3.
You do have it on you. Yeah.
Oh, can I choose
You'll
up to
have
3
one,
in
yeah.
addition to that?
You
Okay.
do. You start the game with a bleed containment device. So what does yours look like?
Oh,
What does
amazing.
Bobby's look like?
In that case, I think Bobby's bleed containment device, because I'd like it if her bleed detector could be her glasses.
Of course.
So I think her bleed containment vial would be the glasses case, just that it looks as mundane as possible.
So this is what
it's like
you
a kind
do.
of box
With
that her
that
glasses
critical success, you take out your bleed containment device and throw it at towards the doll, and it's like you see some of the energy being sucked into it as she seems becoming weaker and slowing down as your hands grab hold of her, taking a secure hold of her, effectively freeing up Rosa's hands through this action. So, Rosa, what would you like to do? So sorry to interrupt you. Your bleed containment device hasn't fully contained her, but it's definitely weakened her using yours.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
I would like to take out my own bleed containment device.
Yes.
And I think we're all kind of agreed that we think that this doll is Rebecca at this point. So I guess without really knowing if it's going to help at all, I think I will take the lid off and just kind of as gently as I can, quickly, but it'll probably be quite unceremoniously, kind of dump Rebecca onto the floor somewhere nearby, so that I can try and angle the bleed containment device towards
Matilda?
Bobby's, so they can kind of work in
Yeah.
tandem.
So you can give me sense or focus roll.
Okay, I'm going to go with focus, and I will spend a drive to make it 2 dice.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, it's a 5.
Okay. So what happens is you take a point of bleed.
I'm on 3 now.
You
We're all
take a
on the
point.
edge.
So this one, you take a point of bleed as you throw your box, your little containment bleed containment device box, towards Matilda, sucking energy from her as the little doll shrieks and cries out, and as you slam it shut, the doll suddenly goes still. And as it does go still, it then starts to break apart and disintegrate.
Okay, so it was the magic holding it together.
Yes.
What's
And
happening to the little one? Sorry.
as it breaks apart and it sort of crumbles, forming this cloud of dust that hits the ground, you see a movement in the dust. As looking through, you see the wooden doll suddenly grow bigger and bigger and bigger until a moment later, Rebecca Mycroft is lying at your feet.
Yes. I love it when a theory
Yay.
comes true.
We were right.
Yeah. Out of character, this is not the move, but in character, Bobby's quietly like, I was right.
Yeah. I think I will start to try and help Rebecca so that I can get her and Santiago together so we can assess what help they need.
So,
First aid.
so this is the thing, Santiago, you now have taken a scar. Okay.
Yes,
So,
I have an idea.
okay, I love that.
I just really want to keep playing these characters. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
I love this group.
So, you've taken a bleed scar, okay? What do you think that would be?
So I think this is quite cool. I think my right eye kind of glasses over and becomes like a doll's eye. And as such, I've taken a point out of move because I think it
Okay.
would distract, not help my navigate.
Okay.
But I've added one to sense because
Okay.
I think it would, with that eye, I would now kind of attune a little bit better to the creepiness of the world.
Nice, wonderful. Okay, so slowly helping Santiago to his feet and Rebecca as well, heading back into the drawing room, having found the governess, having destroyed the evil doll, and having successfully completed this assignment. I think this is a perfect place to pause on our story.
Yay! Well done, everyone.
Yay!
We ditched it. Oh,
So good.
that little girl is not going to be happy with us.
No.
As we're departing or as we are fading out, do I still have the receipt?
Yes.
Can I just check how much this doll was and try and assess how angry they're going to be with us?
It was very expensive. We
should leave. we should leave before they come back. This was a pricey doll.
I open the music box, set it on top of the piano, wind it up, and we walk out to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
It's slightly discordant as the music box has been thrown around a bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't the tune that played before.
Oh, I love that so much.
Wonderful.
That's so spooky.
Well, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this delightful little creepy story. It was
Thank
so
you for
much
the
fun.
story.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
If people like this and would like to play it themselves, it is available on my itch.io page. I've tried to put it on drive-thru, but the UI for publishers on drive-thru is an absolute nightmare to work with. And I'm not the first person who said this, but anyway, it's on my itch.io page along with all my favorite stuff. But before we finish up, I would like everybody tell our amazing viewers where they can find you. So starting with yourself, Anusha, tell us about you, what you're doing, and where people can find you.
Sure. So my name is Anusha Battersby. My pronouns are she, her. I am a writer, voice actor, and RPG fiend, I guess. I can be found on all social media just with my name. That is ANUSIA and then Battersby. So that's Blue Sky, Instagram. I still call it Twitter. It's Twitter.
Oh, it's still Twitter.
It's still Twitter.
Yes.
Etc. Etc. Other than on Tumblr and on TikTok, where I am Anushard. So like Bouchard, but with AN at the beginning. Speaking of, I'm playing Gwendolyn Bouchard in the Magnus Protocol, which will be returning in the summer. I will also be appearing in Dracula 2004 as Lucy and in Redacted, which is an upcoming Monster of the Week podcast, as a character called Control, among other various bits and bobs.
Great name.
So yeah, I'm on the internet. Come find me.
Awesome. Okay, Chloe.
Yeah, I'm Chloe, or Chloe with the Flow, as I'm known in most places. I am an actor, singer, podcaster, streamer, composer, pretty much everything. Although a lot of those things I'm not currently doing.
I say writer, and it's like
yeah, it's like bits and pieces here and there. Right now, the best place you can find me is on Blue Sky. I am on other places, but I don't really look at it. It's Chloe with the Flow with the underscore between the Chloe and the with. Otherwise, it looks like it says Clow. And that's a bit weird. Oh no, that's a lie, because you can't do underscores on Blue Sky. It's without the underscore on Blue Sky. But yes, right now I am doing Deck of Many Aces, which is an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals, the only one as far as I'm aware. And we are coming towards the end of our campaign. It's been like 5 years, so towards the end, might still go on for a while. Yeah, it's very fun. I write all of the music for it. I edit the whole thing. It's my big baby. So go listen to that. It's great. All the music's on music streaming services as well under my name, which is Chloe Elliott. And you can also find me on RWD, which stands for A Rendezvous with Destiny, which is another podcast where we look at indie TTRPGs. We have just finished our Bite Marks campaign, which is about werewolves, where we played Scottish werewolves that were really bad at being humans, but really good at being wolves. It was great.
And I hope really good at being Scottish.
Yeah, well, we have questionable accents, including one Australian because he decided he couldn't do Scottish, and he couldn't do Australian either, so it was really funny. But anyway, we're also beginning a new campaign, which is going to be in the Scum and Villainy system, which I'm very excited for because I love Star Wars. Yeah, I think. Oh, I will. I don't know. This probably won't even be anywhere near coming out by the time this comes out, but I will be doing a One Ring AP that will be pre-recorded but like on video on a place called The Adventurous Almanac, which is a new channel starting up. And if this happens to come out beforehand, it's very short notice. The Roll for Good charity weekend, which is on the 17th, 18th of May. That's like 2 days. I don't know why. Don't bother with this. This is fine. It already happened. I'm going to be doing the Shifters game. It's going to be great. Find the VOD. Yeah, I think that is everything I'm doing right now. So yes, please go, Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Yes, I have been Mike, and I will continue to be, I hope. You can find me on Blue Sky at Run Like Craig. I am an actual play performer, writer, creator of some of the most weird and terrifying NPCs that you could ever hope to meet, which I do for fun, not money, for various people. I can be found in so many things at the moment. I've got a D&D project with Anorak that we're in the middle of recording that will be out eventually. I'm a regular on Pantsless Tables in their Dark Waters D&D stream. I'm also running a Discworld game for their Pride event in June, and I think this will probably be out in time that the cast announcement will have gone out beforehand, or very close to, so I can announce that I am very lucky and I have secured the wonderful, talented services of a Mr. Rufus Hound to play in my Discworld adventure. which is such a treat for me. What else? Loads of stuff. Doing some more stuff with Neil. Hopefully doing some stuff with Anything Could Happen soon as well. Having signed up for that. So yeah, really busy,
Amazing.
but hope for more.
Okay, and finally, I am Neil. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky. That's where I'm most active. At Fae Earth. Okay. I've got a bunch of things in the coming out soon. In June, I will be starting a mini campaign of Fae Earth over on the Emerald Collective, which is like the biggest Irish TTRPG Twitch channel out there. This is continuing on from our last Fae Earth adventure we did, so it's the same characters just continuing on. I have a very fun mini series starting soon with a pretty amazing cast of players, including Chirag, Lufreya, and Thakmar. Like, it's an awesome cast. Also Fae Earth game, but this will be set in the Fae realm, so lots of chaos vibes. And I will be very soon starting and I can't believe I'm saying this, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons mini series, which Mike is a part of. This is an adventure that is in the Feywild, and this is purely for capitalist reasons to promote a backer kit campaign, which I have, which is, I think, if I can get backer kit to behave, launching on the 16th of May, tomorrow.
Wow.
This is for a book that I have mostly written called Hidden Folk of the Feywild. It is a really fun bestiary of about 70 plus obscure fae and magical creatures, all from European folklore. So none of these are things that I have made up myself. These are all creatures that come from the folklore that was shared across Europe for literally hundreds, if not thousands of years. But I have wrote them with stat blocks so you can bring them into your 5e game, whether you're looking for a singular, particularly fun magical creature that throw at your party, or a full Feywild campaign. Like, literally, my book is increasing the number of Fey creatures that you can have in your game by, like, I'm not exaggerating, close to a factor of 10. Because there's
Nice.
actually not that many official Fey creatures in the 5e Monsters Manual.
Yeah.
Like, a genuine
I need
Fey.
this.
And as I said,
this.
I've got about 70. And I will be. So this is on top of that, because that Kickstarter is going to be running for a few months. So this one thing about my Kickstarter is it is purely to raise the money so I can physically print a copy of the book. Even if this backer kit campaign fails, the PDF is still getting made. This book will still be coming out, but I will be releasing smaller zine style packs of Fae, themed Fae. So the first one is going to be called Secrets of the Little Folk, and it's about 10 or so tiny little diminutive Fey creatures. So we're talking fairy, brownie, spriggan, knocker, leprechaun.
Little guys.
Yeah, the little guys.
Little guys.
I'll be doing I'll be doing a forest Fey one. I'll be doing a dark malevolent Fey one. I will also be doing a femme Fey, because I'm already doing that for the Slovenly Trolls podcast as a fun thing for them. I'm going to just release a PDF anyway of just female and femme presenting Fey creatures. But like, each of these will be selling for like €5 to €10, or you can buy the whole book for 20 quid as a PDF, or like
That's amazing.
somewhere between 30 and €40 depending on printing costs for the actual physical copy. But anyway, that's some of the stuff I have planned right now. I have a lot of other things planned involving flights to other countries
Ooh.
and other crazy stuff. So please be sure to be following Fae Earth, because there's a lot of stuff coming in the next couple of months. But I think now I am going to stop talking. Thank you all so much for joining us for this really fun, totally not creepy game. Thank you again to my wonderful players. And we shall see you all again soon. Same bad time, same bad channel. So good night, all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Stay spooky.